Now give it a whack. Turn up the fun with BullSittin. Hit it.
Hello. I am sorry, but I must interrupt this show.
Later, you know what it is. Hey, Ham Solo. It's time, baby. Low. Let's turn how we do. Hey.
They said we said we hit. They said we said we on. They said we said we strong. They said we said we go. We say that you heard right. 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 They said we said we in. They said we said we on. They said we said strong. They said we said go. We say that you heard right. 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 Man, I swear that it's imminent. I've been going so hard on my penmanship. About to go in and buy me a whip. And I pull the shit fresh off the dealership. I can leave you on red like an Xbox. Got me laughing at you like you Red Fox. Got you chasing Hot Wheels like a matchbox. EA running the game and it don't stop. Super cold like I'm playing for Blitz. Got you all in my sights like Red Dead Redemption. Never gonna slip on my pimpin'. Better get out my way, bitch, I'm on a mission. Really ain't no competition. I'm steady grilling opposition. I'm get up and ready to win. They can play it how they play, but fuck what you say. I'm getting this money today. Last of us like a dying breed. Down the ride like a noble steed. Fatality moves, I make it bleed. That's on any game, that's on any screen. Shut up and give me your money. They said we so lit. Even if I take an L, we coming back just to show that we don't quit. They said we said we hit. They said we said we on. They said we said we strong. They said we said we go. We say that you heard right. 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 They said we said we in. They said we said we on. They said we said strong. They said we said go. We say that you heard right. We say that you heard right. We say that you heard right. We say that you heard right.
Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to yet another installment of BullSittin on TSWS Gaming. I'm Loke7, and joining me as always are these wonderful, wonderful people right next to me. First off, we've got Mr. Matt Likes Games, the only man on the planet that knows how to lick digital games before he plays them. That's how much he likes them. Also joining us is Mr. Keep It Gaming or Keep It Moving, Ham Solo himself. Welcome in. And of course, the only reason anyone even shows up to TSWS on a Friday afternoon or night, depending on what part of the planet you're on, Miss Cozy Beluga. Cozy, are you feeling rosy? Please tell us why.
I got ice cream cake. I forgot. I just remembered I have ice cream cake.
Ice cream cake.
Yeah, ice cream cake.
I've never had ice cream cake.
Oh, that's
my
the first thing you have to
God.
come to the U.S. and have because ice cream cake is delicious.
Wow.
Absolutely amazing. It's an
We were
experience.
talking about food. We were talking about food in the pre-show. So yeah, never had ice cream cake.
And I just remembered I had ice cream cake. This is not the best ice
should.
cream cake. This is probably number 3.
Okay, what's ice cream cake compared to cheesecake?
I don't like cheesecake because I don't like cream
Ice
cheese.
cream.
It's
ice cream
It's a
that's a
cake made of
cake.
ice cream.
Yes.
Yeah, that doesn't say much to me.
You don't like that?
Imagine ice cream, but it looks like a cake. And they
Covered
it's
in
like
icing.
yes, covered in icing.
The icing isn't super sweet usually either. It's usually like the icing is usually less sweet than the cake. It's more of like a cream. Like imagine you just
Very
like
good.
make
It's
whipped
just
cream.
ice cream. It's just
Well,
ice cream, but it's shaped like a cake. That's it.
no, there are different kinds. There are different brands. Like
and there's
the
layers to
top
it as
tier
well.
one is
Mhm.
Carvel, and their first layer is like vanilla, and then they have a crunch layer, and it's like these tiny little crunchies, chocolate crunchies
Yeah.
that are absolutely delicious, and then a chocolate layer. And then it's covered in icing, but the icing is different from, it's not sugary. It's like a cream base, but like kind of like unsweet, like less sweetened. It's really good. Ice cream cake is really good. especially if you
Ice
like
cream
ice
cake's
cream.
delicious. Love
It's
strawberry ice
alright.
cream cake.
I think ice cream cake's kind of mid.
I fucking love it.
I mean it's okay, but I'd honestly just rather have a cake, a regular
or
cake,
have
or
ice
or
cream.
or like some sort of like chocolate pie.
Like a strawberry shortcake.
Strawberry
Or
shortcake is fire.
is great. I love cheesecake is all right. I'll eat it. It's not great.
I love
But ice cream cake I
cheesecake,
love.
but I like
Love ice cream cake.
variations of cheesecake.
I don't like any
Yeah.
cheesecake because I'm
Same.
always trying to figure. Everyone's like, "This one's really good though," and I'm like, "It just tastes like you tried to cover up cream cheese with this other flavor, but it still tastes like cream
Yeah,
cheese."
Cozy,
I don't
you
like
know
cream
what?
cheese.
All right. We're talking about food in the back room, but before we get into that specific question about how we're comfortable with certain stereotypes, Cozy, besides the ice cream cake, what have you been playing this past week?
I've been
Like
playing just the altars, Heroes of Ruin. I haven't really been playing much. I've just been unbusying my life. Like when you're used to being busy all the time, and suddenly you
Yeah,
have more time that you just have to
yeah,
figure out how to reschedule your free time. That's what I've been
yeah.
doing.
Man, check the private chat.
So I have some
oh,
sad news.
Oh,
My Series X controller broke. It won't turn on. I don't know what's going on. It just will not turn on. And then I went to get my PS4 controller to use it on my PC. And guess what? I don't know if this is a problem you guys have had before, guys.
well,
This stick here, it's got like a lazy eye, essentially. This analog stick, and I need it
oh.
for driving in a rally game. So I'm screwed essentially. Can you see it wiggle? Can you see it wiggle? Like this one is stable. This one is stable, but this one, it's like a loose tooth. It doesn't do what it's supposed to do. So that's how my weekend gaming has gone.
We have to get you a Power A fusion.
Yeah, yeah. The biggest shock about all this is that usually I don't break controllers. Usually controllers last the entire gen for me. So now I'm looking to buy controllers, and the controllers here are crazy expensive. Like a basic Xbox Series X controller is going for like $120. Basic, no special edition, no nothing.
Are you on
Basic PS,
PC now?
yeah.
yeah.
Then the options are limitless.
Yeah, there's tons of controllers. Games are just can you play with the wire? Do you like a wired controller or do you need a wireless?
I hate wired controller. I hate wired anything, really.
Well, actually, no, I take that back because GameSir just released their Pro controller and that can be used wirelessly on PC.
And how much is it?
$80.
Well, how much is it his money?
That's true also. I don't know what
Yeah,
that would be
because then there's
over
shipping
there.
and all the extras.
That's fair
Yeah,
enough. Uh,
all the fun stuff. All the fun stuff. That's what I get. But you know what?
yeah.
Let's keep it positive. Let's keep it positive. Matt, how are you?
Yeah.
What video games have you been
Yeah.
playing this past week?
I'm really good. I got two new games this past week: RoboCop Rogue City and
Uh
Rogue
oh.
City Unfinished Business, which is the sequel,
The
DLC,
sequel.
sequel, whatever the hell. But I got the new
DLC.
RoboCop. That game, I mean, I've only played a little bit, but that game's awesome. They've added more stuff from the first game, which I'm excited to see more of. Uh, and then the other game I've been playing with Ham, we played like a lot last night, was Ready or Not.
Hmm.
And I got that game, and dude, that game is that game is pretty fucking raw, dude. That game is pretty goddamn raw because
We're describing it.
I know there was some controversy about them censoring things in that game. Things to do with, kids getting shot and stuff like that.
I don't know exactly all the details of that, but I can tell you that what's there in the game right now is still pretty damn raw. Because I mean, shit, me and Ham did one last night. Like the first game we played last night was like, uh, in the game you're like a SWAT team and you're called in to de-escalate situations. And the first one we got called in for was like a school shooting, and we had to go in, take out any active shooters, save the civilians. We did one where there was hostages in a nightclub with some bombs set up. I mean, we did one like we raided like a drug den. That game is really really fun, but yeah, some of the stuff you see in that game is definitely pretty raw.
Worth the money though.
Oh, it's a really fun game. If you like tactical like squad based stuff, like and you want to do co-op stuff, this game is it.
All right, good stuff. No campaign, right?
There actually is, and funny enough, I made a video that I just put up today, and I was telling him I tried doing single player on that game, and like I said, it's really raw, and they tell you when you start the game, like, yo, if you lose any squad mates,
Yeah.
you lost squad mates. That's it. You've lost them.
Wow.
And my second mission, we did a pretty successful mission, except I accidentally killed a civilian, made a whoopsie, killed a civilian, didn't mean to. Um, but after the mission, I got notified that one of my squad mates just retired from the force. He did that mission. He's like, okay, I'm out. I'm done. And then the three other squad mates were on leave after therapy.
Mm.
So I don't have any squad mates in my single player right now.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Hmm.
Jesse T. Usher. I'm sorry, Matt. Jesse T. Usher, the guy that plays the speedster in The Boys, is going to be at Comic Con Africa
Wow,
in
that's
August.
cool.
There you go.
Man,
You
that's a long
going?
travel for you.
It is.
Fuck.
You're gonna have to go overseas to get there.
I don't know why you wouldn't just go to one in Texas.
Because he's
He's
not going
been
to
to
be at the one
Texas
in
before.
Texas.
He's
San
been there before,
Diego's
though, I'm
having one, I
sure.
think, this weekend. Right, right up the road.
San Diego. That's a lot closer than Africa to you. Way closer.
But the
Way
African one is
closer.
probably cheaper, so plane ticket plus hotel and all that, it's probably, balances out.
Maybe. Maybe. I mean, I guess if that's your thought process, that could be a good choice for you, possibly.
Besides, just for like the lulls, might as well go to one outside.
Plus, I mean, how often, how many times in a lifetime do you get to go see Africa? Look, I mean, it's probably a big deal for you, quite frankly. So
Uh,
I maybe you should do that. You should maybe do that one in August, maybe.
Make sure you ask your
Ham.
wife.
Ham.
You guys just bought a house. Do you think you can afford to go all the way out there?
Yeah.
Ham. How are you doing? And what games you been playing?
I agree, Rachie. Tickets to Africa is very
It is.
but
Oh,
I've been doing pretty good. I haven't really played Dune at all this week, which is like a
Oh
little
wow.
bit. I've been on my Xbox kind of quite a bit. The game that I've been most excited with playing is probably Ready or Not. Like I'm just gonna cut to the chase and not just stall. But games I've been playing because I mean I can throw Death Stranding in there. But Ready or Not, I'm kind of excited whenever I get to play that game because it's it's not way too fast paced. I am, as you know, and I've called myself multiple times a co-op slut. So like I'm always with the co-op. I'm always with the co-op game. So like gonna play. This game's really kind of tactical, slow, but a lot of action and kind of freaks you out a little bit. I mean, when I say a little bit, it can freak you out a lot. There's been a couple moments where like I opened a door and a trap went off, or you know, me and Matt are in the middle of a level and we're you know we're getting everybody like under control essentially, you know, putting them in cuffs so like they can't go anywhere, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, we forget that there's a bomb that we have to disarm, and then a few minutes later of us looking for the bomb explodes. So like that's some really cool instances. I do like the fact I watched it happen to Matt yesterday. Matt went to go tell this person get he's like down, and it's a little ridiculous because you're like screaming at people, right? But you're supposed to be tactically getting. So it's like, that doesn't make any sense. He's like, get on the ground, and it's like, dude, you shouldn't be screaming. I just
Yeah, them screaming is making me stressed because I'm
Like,
just
relax.
like I'm worried that someone's gonna hear me and come up behind me while I'm screaming at some innocent person and they're gonna shoot me. So it makes you stressed. It puts you on edge.
It really does, and you can hear people sometimes react to the things that are kind of happening. And one thing that I thought was funny was when Matt walked into this room, and I was like right behind him, and he went to go clear it out, and it was just this junkie with his arms up, and he's just like, "Don't arrest me." And then Matt got too close to the dude, and the dude fucking punched him in the face.
He fucking
And Matt just
no, and
fucking shot him, and we failed the mission.
I had to give him a gut shot.
Killing civilians.
Man
Wow.
was tweaking.
Like that junkie didn't know any better. He's just a junkie.
Poor guy, man.
You
Jeez.
don't pull out a knife. Don't pull out a knife on a SWAT officer.
I seen
Don't do
Matt
that.
drop the knife too and try to blame it on him. It was fun. He's trying to.
Yeah, right. I was planting evidence.
No, you can't do that. Plant evidence. No, you can't. But that game is dope. It's really fun. I enjoy it. As I said, the game I'm most looking forward to is Borderlands. Other than that, I'm having a great time with this.
All right. That's good.
Woo.
It's
always
really
good.
awkward. They have awkward moments in it. Man, that went in she like he made sure like because I had died at the park because I went down and go take somebody out and I had forgot to reload, so it was like click 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 and then I got knocked down, but then Matt when he recovered me, he went upstairs and seen a little girl passed out in his bed.
Yeah, in the middle of a drug den, and it said like, report unconscious child, and it's like, yo, they just drugged this kid up, and then went crazy in the house. That's what they did.
What?
And I'm just like, yo, they got a little girl in the middle of this fucking drug den just napping.
That's how you do it.
That is no good. So it's
Shout out
like
to
I said,
Cold
it's
Classic
a raw.
Cage in the chat. I know Matt's making her proud by playing a lot of what was it?
A lot of
RoboCop.
based shit.
RoboCop.
Yeah. Fun games. Fun games.
Sir X-Man celebrates 24 months being a member of the
2 years.
TSWS family. Says, thank you, Game Pass. I'm playing RoboCop. Thank you so much, Sir X-Man, for the continued support. Happy to know that you're enjoying RoboCop. And just a quick reminder to everyone, membership's alive. It's $1 a month. We really do appreciate the support. It goes towards my green card so I can go back to Texas. Welcome into Seawolf, Rachie, Cult Classic, Vincent, Vega, Fuzzy, and everybody. Oh, and Ty as well. And Ty as well. Welcome in,
Vincent
everyone.
says they censored the game, and I tell you what, if they did, it might make me have to buy it on.
Well, the thing is, it's censored on PC. That's what PC players
Is
are
it?
upset about.
It's censored in general now.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what the PC players were upset about because
Oh wow! I
when
thought it
they
was just
ported
censored
the
for the console.
console, yeah, they basically the PC now has the console version of the game, where like whatever was in the game. Again, I don't know the details of everything. All I know is it was something to do with kids getting killed. That's all I know. And
I'm
the
trying to see
PC
no
players are
kids getting
upset.
killed, anyways. That's fine.
Yeah, the PC players were
That's
upset
weird.
because like they took that out of the game just because they were bringing it to console
I'm sure it
to
was
have
more than just
parity.
kids, though. I'm sure that they
I'm sure
took
it
out
was.
some stuff that they didn't.
I'm sure it was.
That and that's the stuff that I don't like about the whole censorship thing. And like, I'm not really great with like I'm like I'm not down to be doing that to kids and stuff like that. But if they had like a toggle button, that'd be
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think the way that like the Modern Warfare 2 handled it, like, yo, this mission has this in it. Do you want to do this? And you just decide, hey, yeah, I want to do it, or no, I don't want to do it, and then you get to play it however you want to play it. But just taking it flat out, like, I got to be real. I probably wouldn't play a mission where I'm shooting kids. I got to be real with you. I
Why
probably wouldn't
not?
do that.
Come on.
But
What?
I could
other
totally see
people,
it though, because like a drug dealing scene where like a kid has a gun,
yeah,
selling drugs or something like that, and you end up having to
yep,
do
You
something
gotta
like that.
shoot
Like
them.
yeah.
They're dangerous.
Um.
They're
that'd be
dangerous.
foul.
Okay. Okay. Cozy.
Yeah.
Someone
Captain
might just
Understood.
clip you out of context here.
I mean, don't they already shoot them in real life? Isn't it supposed to be realistic? You gotta shoot them.
Wow. Cult
Oh
Classic
my
Cage, thank you
gosh.
so much for gifting 5 TSWS Gaming memberships. We really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. We're starting the show well. Cult Classic Cage redeemed, Fuzzy redeemed, Dayreezy, Talos Ray, and Voidlock redeemed a 1 month membership. Thank you so much. Yes, Cult
You
Classic
always need
Cage
to
got
take
your.
like cozies. I thought
Yep,
Beautiful.
yep, yep. Yes,
such
Cage with the hookup for everybody.
variability.
Yes, she came in with the hookup. Appreciate
I
that.
finished the
Appreciate that.
cake. I'm sad.
Uh, I know. I'm curious to find out. I'm curious to find out if it's possible to have ice cream cake shipped to Mozambique. Like, I've
I'm
I've
sure
Ice
heard
they
of it
cream?
my
can.
whole
Ice
life.
cream cake.
Just
Ice
listen
cream
to
cake
that thought.
literally melts when you think about taking it out of the fridge, the
I'm just
freezer.
saying.
It literally
I'm
starts melting as soon as you think about taking it out of the freezer.
But look,
Cassie,
who are you
appreciate
shipping it
you.
to? Who are you
Appreciate
shipping
you,
it
Cassie.
to in Africa?
Oh my
You
God.
got a
Okay, you know
relative?
what?
You got a relative you want to have some ice cream cake?
He
Yeah,
has a
you know
distant
what, man?
relative he's never met.
Oh, I think he's been talking to that Nigerian prince reached out to him and was asking for some ice cream cake, right? That'd be very
Oh my
thoughtful. Look. I am a Nigerian prince. You are my only remaining relative.
All right. Uh, let's get into the news because this is getting out of control. Uh, just get to a 7-Eleven around the corner on Texas Road. Okay. All right. You guys think you're funny. All right. So
Think we're
the highlight today is Valve pulls adult only games from Steam as it tightens rules to appease payment partners. Uh,
no.
Valve is Valve is tightening its guidelines around adult-only content to satisfy rules set by Steam's payment processing partners, with dozens of sexually explicit games removed from the platform throughout the week. As spotted by GameSpark and shared by Automaton, SteamDB logs show a flurry of activity behind the scenes as Steam updated its rules and guidelines policy, making it clear that publishing certain kinds of adult only content could violate them. The newly added clause 15 of the policy now explicitly states content that may violate the rules and standards set forth by Steam's payment processors and related card networks and banks or internet network providers shouldn't be posted on Steam. So this just happened. Matt, thoughts?
Thoughts on them removing? Is it certain adult games, or are they just saying a broad spectrum?
No,
We're
Pretty-
done.
adult games.
Just adult games. Here's the thing. I'm be real with you. I'm not buying adult games on Steam. I know people are, obviously, because they for a long time they're getting pushed. I mean,
Mhm.
I especially, dude, when I got my VR and I went into the VR category, they're not shy about showing you. Here's some adult games for VR. They're not shy about showing you that shit.
Okay.
So it definitely exists. I'm never playing it. I gotta be real, it doesn't affect me. I guess it sucks for, all the fucking people who want to play that shit, but like,
Matt, you know
I
you want to say degenerate.
I did. I almost did. I almost
No,
did.
say it. Matt, say what you
I'm
want to
sure it
say.
sucks for these
Say what you need
degenerate
to say.
gooners who really are itching to play this stuff, but like me, quite frankly, I just get annoyed when I see it on my Steam. Like, if I want to see that, I'll look up porn, dude. I'm not trying to play a game, bro. I'm not trying to see that on my Steam. While I open up my Steam to play Half-Life or Space Marine, I gotta look at that. I don't want to see that. If in that what that does now though is it makes Nintendo the official eShop of degenerates now.
There are
It
other options.
that's I'm sure there are for sure, but like big storefronts, eShop is now your go-to.
Okay. So two things, Matt. First off,
No,
Two
no, I
things.
want to go next. I want to
all
go
right,
next.
go
I'll
ahead.
go
on
last.
this
I
Go
one,
probably
ahead.
have the
Logan.
most to say because
I
I like
gotta
degenerate
speak
games.
up for one of the panel members here. This is a terrible day for gamers, for freedom, for the Lone Star State. Oh my goodness, this isn't good at all. This isn't good at all. How are you
Ooh,
gonna
thank you, Paul Classic Cage.
keep it all niced up anymore in VR at this point, Loke? You don't got a good launcher for any of your nastiness anymore. You can't keep it all in one spot. This is not good. This is terrible. And I mean, obviously, Loke, I'm with you. I'm with you. I stand with you when it comes to this absolute travesty that happened. Right when you're transitioning, you made that transition to
This man
PC and
diabolical.
and and you're over there thinking about getting a Steam Deck. I know you're thinking about maybe even getting a VR headset at some point. And this man wanted to feel it. He had the water spritzer and the fan in front of his PC, just waiting to get hot and nasty with it. So I feel terrible for you, for you, Logan. This is a sad day that they're taking
It is.
away a lot of your, dare I say, top heavy game.
Right?
My focus is usually on bottom heavy, but you know what? I'll allow it.
He's a power bottom. There you go.
That's
There
not
you
what
go.
I meant, but okay, sure, bud.
Nothing wrong with
Sure.
that, Look, it's 2025.
There you
I
go.
don't
Well, that
There's
I
a
don't
well,
lot.
well,
I don't
I'm sorry
I
that
don't
this
judge
happened to you,
nobody.
bud.
This is not a judgmental podcast, Luke.
It's a safe
No,
space, huh?
this
All
is
right.
very
You went all that way. You worked so hard to get them Stella Yams on your PC and do all that inappropriate stuff that you showed me on a stream privately that I didn't approve of. But I need to know now, Loke. I mean, I got done talking my stuff. Matt got done talking his stuff. I'm sure Cozy feels some type of way, but I just need to know from the source, the person that this affects the most. How you hanging,
yeah.
bud? hanging tough.
Um, I'm all right. I'm all right because you know what? This just
PlayStation.
spells the death. This just spells the death of Steam. And contrary to a lot of console peasants' points of view, Steam is not PC gaming. Steam could fall tomorrow and PC gaming would be fine. So I'm all right. I'm all good. I do just disagree with the principle of what's being done, but hey, that's another section of it. Me personally, I'm good. What I disagree with is the principle of the thing. Sure, the whole gooning thing, you know what? Everyone has the right to get their rocks off however they want. But what really bothers me about this whole thing, Ham, on a serious note, is the the philosophy of it. People like to talk about the slippery slope and make jokes about it like it's not real. But if you pay attention, a lot of what we live today was the slippery slope that was warned 10, 20, 30 years ago when the internet was first brought in 40, 50 years ago. So with this specifically, today it's no sexual content. Tomorrow, no violence. Matt's not going to find that so fun anymore. When there's no more Doom, when there's no more Ready or Not, no more guns. Because
Yeah.
all it takes is the right person to be offended and to be sensitive. And these are corporations. Corporations usually aren't in favor of, bank robberies. No more GTA.
Okay.
No more Counter Strike. Because loot boxes are gambling. These corporations, because of ESG, etc., they're not big fans of gambling. There goes every single one of these games is loot boxes. Oh, it's a slippery slope. All right, cool, cool. Laugh at the Gunners losing today, and support this philosophy, and see where it gets you. Me personally, this just marks the beginning of the downfall of Steam. Now, as far as gaming in general on PC, like Cozy has shown me months ago before I made this transition. It's the Wild West out here on PC. If that's what you want it to be, you can still be the Wild West. It's not a problem. So me personally, I'm good. I'm all right.
I can see the despair in his eyes. But Cozy, what do you think about
Screw
5 max
Steam.
years.
Screw Steam. I riff Loke about the slippery slope. There is a site that is comparable to OnlyFans called Fansly. And you know what? These same card holders banned furry content. All furry content.
Mm.
I mean, I'm not a furry. I don't really. It doesn't necessarily affect me, but there are lots of furries out there, and not all of it is necessarily even super crazy sexual. But they ban furry content, any furry content. Um. So yeah, he's very much right. Say this happened like years ago when say Cyberpunk came out and they decided Cyberpunk didn't meet that criteria. They could have just effectively been like, okay, it's not allowed on this platform. Because Cyberpunk kind of checks a lot of those boxes.
it?
So, um,
And they added children in the last update. There's now kids roaming around Cyberpunk.
mhm.
I thought there
That
were
could start.
kids already. There were kids. I remember when
I don't know
playing
about
at
that,
launch. There were kids.
but
I
this is
didn't see
like
it.
we don't need our overlords telling us what games
No.
we can and cannot access. And yes, I do support limitations. I do not support any sort of kiddie porn. I don't, absolutely not. But other beyond
Mm.
that, I support storefronts allowing access to any and all of these games. Fortunately, there are alternatives, and I see this as a good thing because it brings Steam down a peg.
Yeah, yeah. You know what? I'm starting to work on not being an achievement whore. I'm starting to work on that. It's fine.
But yeah,
Slycrow,
it is a problem.
Slycrow, it's definitely a problem. Slycrow says, "Look, you're missing the point on the article talking about this specific issue." You see, that's the problem. That's the problem. If you go to the specific
It's
blog,
vague. It's
or
vague.
exactly,
It's so vague. They could say, "Oh, you know what? No gay content." They
there
could
we
say,
go.
"No what? No, we don't want the darkies here anymore." They could say anything because suddenly it's about what their sensibilities. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to say that loud. But they could say it's like whatever their sensibilities are currently. And yeah, I am okay. There's certain hard lines, like I mentioned before, but overall, as long as it's consensual adults,
That's all it is. That's all it should be. But it's corporations, guys. Corporations are the ones who push for no cursing. Suddenly, there's no more S bombs, F bombs, or MF bombs. Suddenly, everything is very curated because now
no blood
every
Chinese
video
games,
game,
no blood Chinese.
there you go. Because every single game on this platform must now represent Visa, MasterCard, and all of these guys. So, Matt, you still happy? You
Yo,
still okay with all this?
buddy, I never said I was happy. I said it doesn't affect me. I said this them taking adult content doesn't affect me. I said it sucks for the people who are affected by this. And I don't disagree with what you're saying, you or Cozy are saying about it can be a slippery slope. I'm just saying this one instance of this specific content, I don't engage with it. So I'm not gonna get on Steam and be like, oh no, I can't engage with this anymore. I'm not gonna I don't care. But you both have valid points. It's a slippery slope. I don't think it's good for the people who do engage with it. I do think there's a possibility it could be bad for other types of content in the future. I'm not happy about it. I just don't really care right now.
All right, so let's carry on with the article because there's an example here. This follows a public outcry earlier this year when UK Technology Secretary Peter Kyle slammed Steam for hosting a sexually explicit visual novel in which the protagonist engaged in non consensual contact, including rape and incest. Developer Zerat Games eventually announced it would voluntarily withdraw the visual novel after it was removed from sale in the UK, Canada, and Australia. However, Valve's new guidelines were criticized by some who have expressed concern over censorship and the vagueness of Valve's language around its rules. Going back to what Cozy said, if this thing was explicit and said, "Yo, no games about grape, no games about incest," my guy, this wouldn't even be a topic. We wouldn't even be talking about this.
My whole issue with this is like I understand like somebody like trying to make positivity out of something extremely negative and then trying to push that agenda. And but like even with that, it's really awkward personally. Really awkward to say that this piece of media, no matter how degenerate or whatever it is, cannot exist or be purchased when I mean to me making a game is not much different in the sense of what art is to writing a book. So if you
Or making
can't
a
make
movie.
games like that, making video games is an art.
Yes.
So then are we saying we can't write books about this kind of stuff? What happens if it's just education? What happened if it's just a real story that happened that somebody wanted to tell? You can't make this into a visual video game or a novel because of some sort of guidelines. I have to cut out one of the one of, if not the most impactful moments that will garner the type of feeling that I'm trying to get from you by expressing this feeling. I have to take that out of my what could be a masterpiece
Yep.
because you feel that it's not appropriate when when it when something's not appropriate 9 times out of 10 it's just not for you.
Fact. Offense is a very individual thing. Well done, Ham. Well done. That's a good
I mean,
point.
it is. I mean, not to say that there isn't anything that's made that's not absolutely diabolical, like disgusting and foul and just not cool. But the fact of the matter is that like you can keep pretending that these people aren't here, but they're there. They're there. And the more that you try to take things away from those types of people that just want this in their corner and they'll leave everybody alone, then you get the action, the repercussion of that kind of stuff, which could be even further damning than the material that you're just trying to block. So it's just like, when it comes to art, I am very liberal in the sense of just live and let live. And as long as it's not bothering you, or not, and when I mean not bothering you, I mean actually like at your doorstep, selling it to you, forcing it into your workplace, type of stuff. You know, like your kids go to school and they have to read that for an assignment or something. Like that's when it's like not cool, right? But like as
Yeah.
for somebody making the choice to go to this sector of the pocket of the internet and purchase something, they ain't got no kids, they ain't messing with nobody, they're not bothering a soul. They just want to do whatever this weird ass thing is and keep it moving. Just for me, it's just like and to me it's really hard because it's just like, where do you draw the line, right? Because there is some things that like if I seen it, I'd want to fight. I'd want to fight a creator or something like that, right? Like you see something with, you know, adults getting slaughtered because of, you know, a race or ethnicity or choice of sex or whatever, or, you know, kids being involved into something. That kind of stuff can make a person like myself irate because I have a child. So,
Yeah.
like, as much as I want to say no, like, no, like, don't make this kind of content. At the same time, I feel like I'm just bad. I don't know where to draw the line for the degenerates. I know where I draw the line myself, but like, if I seen you walking out of a store with a DVD or video game of something that I knew was just like yo, how comfortable would I be? I don't know, man.
Think about it like this, Ham. Imagine now if every FPS game set in the Middle East, military, now we have to delist and ban every single one of those games because there's war veterans that get triggered by those games.
Yeah, but how
Okay.
about SA? like SA is a pretty sore topic.
Yes, it is. War.
It's a pretty sore topic,
That's
and
also a sore topic. War
and
is a sore topic, brother.
what
I'm saying war,
it
death
is like
is
it
also a
is.
very sore topic.
You're not wrong, but like, how does one like because it feels like there can't in this situation there can't be a kind of. There is either
Yeah.
open or
Or
closed,
close. Exactly.
and it's just like I want it open, but I know that if it's open, it's going to be taken advantage. But if it's closed, then there's nothing that you can do. Or if the mouth is starting to shut, it's just like this is only a matter of time until somebody else feels some sort of way about something silly.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. And then now we've started measuring offense, Ham. Now do we start to say, no, you can be more offended about SA or grape, but you shouldn't be offended about blood on the screen from shooting soldiers. Do you understand? Okay, how do you measure that? Let's discuss legally. Show me, mathematically, show me why this offense warrants destroying an entire art form. But the other offense, no, this is fine. Let's just keep this one going. How do we quantify that? That's what people are upset about. Guys in the comment section, who is this? Rachie saying all the people talking about the virtue and sanctity of video games will go straight to the gentleman's club when GTA 6 releases.
exactly. We know this. GTA
Rachie,
6 isn't going to be banned.
that's fine, Cozy. The point
Oh, no way.
the point that Rachie is missing is that we're not talking about the sanctity of GTA 6 and Gentleman's Club. We're talking about the philosophy of offense leads to banning, right? Offense leads to banning. People are offended because of grape and whatever. Okay, ban that art. All right. Why is this offense more valuable than all the other offenses? Because there's people that we know here in this chat. There's people that we know who are literally offended and triggered whenever they see military shooters.
Me, very much.
Why are those people less? Why is their offense less valuable than the people that are out there crying about the what or the hundreds of games they just got banned? This is not about gooning, guys. This is not about gooning. This is about offense and then the banning of whatever it is that was offensive. Now I can get offended about anything, and suddenly everyone needs to lose out because I'm offended.
That's why I very specifically am like, I draw the line at, I understand no children. I think that's like one thing, but other than that, I'm like, we shouldn't be making any exceptions for anything, because what sort of, it's like saying, oh, it's okay to shoot someone, but not to SA someone. What's the difference?
Yeah,
It's like,
quantify that.
and you know that certain games are going to get allowances because they're a big game, like GTA. Let's be honest, it has a lot of degenerate shit. It is,
Yes.
it's not. So you can say like, oh well, that, and it's like, isn't it different? And actually, I've played a sex game or two. They can be good, goofy, dumb fun. They're good, goofy, dumb fun, and but screw them for giving in to pressure. They could have just said, okay, the compromise could have been just you had to buy a Steam wallet cards to purchase any of them. Because
Yeah.
the compromise
Don't
was
use those. Yeah.
already, for the most part, the compromise was already that you had to go like you could buy the game through Steam, then externally download all the extra risque stuff. So why
Yeah.
not just make it Steam only and just call it a day? But I don't know. There's going to need to be some. I don't like being told what can or not be purchased, and being told, especially since like knowing this came after like Fansly had already banned any furry content.
Mm.
And we all know there are lots of furries, so it's like, you know, that already is an escalation of what could happen. They could say like this, that, but I don't need to be told. It's like, don't like it, don't buy it. That should be
That's all.
it's the age-old statement.
Come
Don't like it,
on.
don't buy it. And it seems like it's not enough to say don't like it, don't buy it. It's like no one should have access to it, and I think that's
There you go.
problematic. But as I showed Loke, there are options.
Hell yeah.
There are
Thank you
options.
so much.
GOG.
And that's why I'm not scared. That's why I'm not worried. Right now, we're just documenting the the beginnings of the end of Steam being like the number one untouchable. That's all we're documenting. This is not anyone coping or seething or whatever. It's just being like, all right, then Steam is now bending the knee. Beginner brings up a good example in the comment section. Shout out to all you guys in the comment section. Thank you so much for coming through. Make sure to
Yeah,
like
yeah,
and
hit that
subscribe.
like button. Quit playing with me. Hit that like
Why do
button.
you have more views than likes?
Come
Quit
on.
playing with me. Hit that like button. Share this thing out. Subscribe. Throw us some snaps if you want to help me get some gas in my big ass Yukon. Do something.
Do something, guys. The Guinness says, I was once attacked by a chimp on a school trip to the zoo. Ban Donkey Kong.
Ban Loke. Oh.
The fuck? That was messed up. That was messed up. Point is, Jesus
Oh God.
Christ. Jesus Christ.
My
Point
bad.
is,
My bad.
this is a good example. No, it was funny. The timing was perfect. The point is, the point that the Guinness is bringing up
Wow.
is exactly what I've been trying to reiterate this whole time. That's exactly that point. Tekken, there's sexualized women. Now we just need feminists to say they feel offended by how women are depicted in Tekken. Guess what, Matt? Guess what?
Why do you
that
keep
say it doesn't
coming
I
back
love
at
how he's
me?
attacking,
Hold on.
man.
Why do
Guess
you keep
what?
coming back at me with this like I'm some
You
big
deserve it, man. You deserve it.
People, the
Luke's
people that
really
say it
singling
doesn't
me out
affect
for
me,
no reason.
the people that say it doesn't affect me, it's that
We're
saying
gonna
from
shoot you to the
World War II.
fucking moon today, Matt.
Matt,
You're gone.
Matt,
I
Matt,
guess.
it's like that saying from World War II. First they came for Loke, I didn't say nothing.
Whoa.
Then they came for Ham, I didn't say nothing. Then they came
Oh
for
my
Koji,
God.
I didn't say nothing. When they came
Whoa.
for me, wasn't
Loke is
nobody
preaching.
around to say nothing.
Woke, I literally said that this is not
You said
good.
you don't care. You said it
I
doesn't
said it
affect
does
you.
not. No, Woke. I said it does not affect me, but this is not good.
Man,
That is what I said. That's all I said. Is that I don't engage with any of this content, but it is not good.
okay,
That's it.
okay. As long as you agree that it's not a good thing, because indifference,
It's
this is
not.
not the time for indifference.
I don't know
Matt,
why you
America
keep
wasn't
coming
made
back.
for your type of opinion, Matt.
Well, yeah.
This
We need
is of,
freedom.
oh, it didn't affect me, bruh. What? It's
Stand on
about to.
Texas, Loke. Stand on it.
God damn it. Elemental here said also Nintendo is doing a new policy on their eShop that they're enrolling, and they're gonna do censorship. Like, the policy has a lot of gray areas and concerns. Nintendo recently got an Italian YouTuber that usually like puts out reviews and stuff for emulators and whatever. They got him arrested. Like, the police came and kicked his door down, took all of his stuff, took his phone for 2 months, and they just returned the phone, but everything else they kept. And yeah, Nintendo is now going through all of this in the real world. This is not a joke. So Nintendo ain't messing
They
around.
also
King.
own a guy in Canada. Never forget.
Oh yeah, you did mention that. That was wild. King David's in
Pretty
here.
cool.
Welcome in. Welcome in.
Cool company.
Yeah. Everyone's dying because of your inappropriate joke, Cozy. It was
What?
funny, but
Oh,
it was a
I'm
bit
so.
extra. It was a bit extra.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even catch it until like probably 10 seconds later, and it was too late to laugh, so I just didn't laugh.
Oh my
um,
god, it's fine, dude. Funny is funny.
but
And if you notice, most of the like the best legendary jokes, pretty offensive to someone.
I mean, I
Cozy,
can't really say anything because, like, according to work, they think I'm African.
Well,
oh
you
yeah,
are.
tell us.
Look at all that bread you eat, Cozy. Gotta be
Oh,
African.
at my job, like, I legit 50% of our workforce is probably African. Is either African or Mexican, which I'm okay with. It doesn't bother me. They got good food. But anyway, I had like our lunchroom is always busy, and I had a bunch of them come. Like the African people were like, "Come sit, come sit, eat with us," because they eat communally. So I'm like, "Oh, I got invited to the table. I'm gonna eat with them." And I pulled out my watermelon to share with them, and they're like,
Cozy's
"Where you
forgetting she's
from?"
black.
And I'm like, I'm and I'm like, I'm from America, and
I
they're like,
got
no, no,
invited
no,
to
where
the
your parents
table.
from? And I'm like, I'm American. I'm like American. I'm like Black American, and they were like, oh.
But it was
And
too
I was
late. You were
like,
already
and I was,
sat there.
and
So it was
they're
like,
not
all
the
right.
only ones. It's like legit, there are like Black Americans there, but I don't get classed with them. They seem to, and I was like, I'm light, so I thought that I was obviously just
No,
American, but no,
no,
apparently, like,
no.
one dude thought I was Congolese this entire time. He was like, oh, you're not Congolese? I was like, no. Yeah.
Yo, I remember the first time I was invited to the Middle Eastern table. I was like, yo, this
No, for
is
real
different.
though, you do
I
look like
was
a
almost like I
no,
kind of fit in
no, for
a little
real
bit.
though. No, you straight do. But yeah. So apparently, according to my coworkers, I am not. I'm not a Black American. I'm of the African variety of some sort.
Yeah. Sorry. You would pass, Cozy. Like if you came here and you didn't say anything, just walk down the street, they'd be like, yeah, just another African girl.
I also think it's because of my hair. I
Yeah.
got
Cozy's
like
from Libya.
Yeah.
I got Negro hair.
No. Actually, you wouldn't pass, Cozy. You because of your hair, they would know something's off. Because a lot of our women, especially in the city, they have like the fake
No,
hair.
no, no. Like the ones here don't. A lot of them don't.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of them they don't. They absolutely do not.
Interesting.
Like they either come in two varieties, bad wigs. They come in bad wig, or they're just rocking like short hair like this. Oh, yeah.
I'm loving the comment section. Cozy is Black American from Timu.
Yeah,
You know what? This is
essentially,
nice.
apparently, like I was like shocked. I
Damn.
was like, I don't even know what a Congolese person looks like, but why do I look Congolese?
I don't know why he would say you look Congolese. If I was to guess, I would say you look South African. There's a tribe in South Africa called the Xhosa women. It's spelled X
I know
O.
what they are.
Yeah, you look like a lot of them. Or the Khoisan. Either Xhosa or Khoisan. You look just like them. Like I've met hundreds of women that look just like you.
And Loke is one
Especially
brilliant American.
what?
A lot about
He's
Africa.
very well traveled.
Oh my God!
The most
Really?
well-traveled American. But anyway, I got invited
Yeah.
to the African table, and you can't tell me nothing.
Till
I
tomorrow.
gotta I gotta figure out a way to link up with the Hawaiians because I feel like I'd fit in there. Because
Yeah, I think you would. Yeah.
Like somehow,
I always get Samoan.
but it's always also so most of the people, most of the Africans at my job are like Senegalese.
Cozy, look at the screen.
Ah,
No, that's the thing. I
Colin
look
the
at
Lang
myself.
is rise.
No, the thing is, I thought I looked obviously American and presented as obviously American, but no, I don't. I don't.
I have something very messed up to say, but I don't wanna. I don't wanna
What?
ruin
No,
it.
say
I
it.
don't wanna
Say it.
ruin
I
it.
said I went there with the monkey
We're
thing.
going. We're going to lose. Okay.
You're right, Cozy. You did.
Listen.
You're very
Listen.
consistent.
What I would say is that, oh man, this is gonna lose us some subscribers. What I would say is
Some subscribers.
I don't think. Oh my god, I don't think African Americans present as American.
Oh, I
I
mean,
gotta be real. I thought you were gonna say something a lot worse than
well,
that.
I was expecting too. Like, I was
I
expecting
thought you
worse
were gonna say
too.
something so much worse than.
I'm just okay. All I'm saying is that for to an African, if they see an African American, it's easy to just assume that they're also Africans. That's all.
No, no. The
That's all.
thing is, the other black people that are Black Americans, they know that they're Black Americans. Me, I am not even assumed to be Black American.
Okay.
And I think that's what's wild to me because some of the others, like my two supervisors, are both Black American, and the other supervisor that I spend time with, he's Black American, and everyone assumes that they're Black American, but then they look at me, and the thing is, the only thing, I'm lighter than all of them, and I'm like confused as why you think they're Black American, and then look at me and be like, you African, like I one dude who's like, ooh, beautiful light skin. And I was, and no, but then he was like, what country are you from? If you were like, back home, you'd be expensive. And I was like, but
Huh?
then
You
I was
expensive.
like,
Okay.
what? And
Listen, it's not on some slavery shit. It's not on some slavery shit. When people want to marry, when men want to marry women,
Yes, yeah, that's what I figured.
yeah. It's not. It's not. It's,
no,
when you say
it was mostly like weird because like the way he framed it is like,
yeah,
it's like immediately that they don't clock the other. I've noticed they don't clock my other Black American coworkers as
that way,
African, and they clock
yeah.
me as African, and I'm confused by it constantly. I'm like,
Like
why
Dude,
Cozy,
she's
me?
all
like Cozy.
confused that she wears a dashiki holding a fucking stick of bread.
Right?
Like this motherfucker, what are you confused for?
What are you talking
You
about?
over there fully,
I think
like you're fully engulfed into that feeling, sitting at the table, hooting and hollering and
I
everything.
mean,
And you're like, why do you think I'm with them?
the thing
Why
is,
do you think I'm with them?
the thing is, going to college and stuff like that. I spent a lot of my time around like in the programs I was in. I would mostly spend my time around international students. So my comfort level was I would gravitate towards like if you were not like because it would be like white people, international students, and I would just hang out with the
Mhm.
international students because they would invite me. So I would just like spend all my time there. So I got comfortable just being around international students. And as that carried, like, it carries on to work too. Like if I'm in an environment and I'm gonna just hang out with the international people because that's what I'm comfortable with.
Yeah, fair
So
enough. Fair
like,
enough.
but it just
We,
seemed like
we
weird because I was
engage.
like, oh, you guys think I'm one of you, and not that I was thought that was a bad thing. It was mostly like they were just
I don't
like,
know, Cozy.
oh,
It kind of sounds like it. Kind of, you've been very vehement about denying your African
no,
Over
roots.
here
I
because
don't,
smashing a
because
brioche croissant sandwich.
no.
bro. What's your
No,
son
it's
sandwich?
because I'm like they're not the only people that have ever clocked me. Like I've worked a lot of places in like a very shipping heavy area, so a lot of the places are international, and it took me until this job to realize they don't clock me as American. Like most people don't like in these international places, these international people don't see me. They see the other Americans, but they don't see me with the other Americans.
Heartbroken, spirit crushed. Like it's all terrible for Cozy when she realizes this. But it is what it is, Cozy. Get your green card. Just tell us that you're really from Congo. It's fine. No one's going to
I had
stop being your
someone
friend.
ask me if I was Puerto Rican, and I was like, not that I couldn't be Puerto Rican, but there are like 5 Puerto Ricans here.
Weird. Weird.
Oh, it's
You look
Ohio.
really Rican though.
It's Ohio. And someone asked me, "Are you Puerto Rican?" And I'm like,
Interesting.
you can
of
count the Puerto
course.
Ricans here on one hand.
Of course. Next time they ask you, Cozy, just say claro.
Yes.
Mm.
Just say
It actually
claro.
doesn't help that I actually have a moderate understanding of Spanish.
There you go. There you go. You can
But no,
speak
no, no.
Spanish.
But
You
yeah,
can speak
like
Spanish.
so. Yes, but the point is, I got invited to eat at the African table.
which is
Nothing
awesome.
matters. I'm gonna bring them watermelon and bread. Alternate weeks. I'm gonna bring them watermelon and bread.
Oh my goodness. Well, here we
Goes over
go.
there
Here we
fishing.
go. We needed some diversity on this panel, and someone got in
Okay,
touch with
we officially have an
What have I
African on the
walked
panel.
into?
We officially
our
have an
H.
African on the panel.
Hey, there we go.
We
We have a
finally
white
have an
man,
African.
an African, a Midwestern, and two Midwesterns.
Yeah.
We finally have an African.
Samoan.
Welcome in, Mental Naina, all the way from South Africa. Welcome in, Mental. How are you? What have you been playing? I can't even keep a straight face. I'm sorry, I can't do it. Go
Mental, can
ahead,
you
Mental.
say sorry?
Yeah, I'm sorry I was late. So
He said sorry. He said sorry. Sorry.
sorry I was late.
Sorry.
Um,
Oh
Sorry.
my.
He's sorry for being late.
Mental, take
Now
us
I'm
over.
sorry I'm here.
Such is life.
Oh my.
Oh God.
What game
What have
have
I
you been
walked
playing?
into?
Besides
Trap.
Word, what game have you been playing?
Nobody
Man,
knows.
not much has changed since the last time. I'm still playing a bit of Doom, the Dark Ages when I get a chance. I haven't had much time for
Be right
gaming.
back. Be right back.
What's that? Oh, be right
He said
back.
he'd be
Yeah.
back.
Okay. Yeah,
Is
no,
that a
I
dog
haven't.
or a child?
Where?
The noise I heard.
Oh, that's my son. He's gaming in the other room. Even with my door closed, he gets very excited when he's playing, so it can get crazy.
What?
So, yeah. Anyway, yeah, I haven't been playing too much, just too much family stuff going on, summer with the kids out of school and things like that. So, trying to take what little free time I have to continue to put content out on the channel, which has been lacking. And yeah, summer, what can I say?
You should
So,
challenge them. You should do the 500 jumps on a trampoline challenge.
well, I don't have a trampoline right now.
You get one of
So,
those tiny ones and challenge them to 500 jumps.
okay. Yeah, we do have one of the tiny ones, actually, oddly enough.
Challenge
But,
them each to 500 jumps and then pay them for their 500 jumps. The secret is you're not paying them for 500 jumps. You're paying them for tiring them out.
true. Yeah. No, I got where you were going with that, but,
I do that to my niece.
Yeah.
She thinks she's smarter than me, but she's 3. I'd be like, okay, you
Yeah.
do 500 jumps. I'll give you $1. She's 3.
there you go.
$6.
True. Well, at least your dollar is sort of worth something. Ours isn't worth
Canadian
much. but
dollars are worth something.
barely.
That translated to like Mexican pesos or something.
Yeah, we don't even have pennies anymore. Like they got rid of pennies because they weren't worth anything.
They're
So,
phasing out pennies here, I think, too. I think.
oh, are they? Yeah,
So.
not too surprising, I guess.
Have you
Anyway,
ever swallowed a penny?
have I ever swallowed a penny? No, I have not.
It makes you really sick.
Does it? Yeah. Well, I've
How do you-
crushed. I've crushed a lot of them on train tracks.
How do you feel about Valve pulling adult-only games?
Valve's pulling adult-only games.
Yep.
I was about to leave.
All right. It makes no difference to me. I guess I don't own any, so to me, I don't really care.
Sounds just like Matt. What
Yeah,
about the
it's like-
slippery slope, Mental? What about the slippery slope?
Yeah, that sounds just like me.
And
Of
you're both bald.
this is just the beginning of them pulling stuff
Yeah.
that maybe they shouldn't pull.
It's not
Yeah.
Valve. It's like payment partners, like so Master and Visa card are saying we don't want this.
Oh, so they're not gonna. They won't allow the purchase anymore through their payment services.
Yeah. No, they're pulling them
No,
because
no,
those
They
purchase
put-
methods don't want them there on the platform.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm getting at, right? Like
Yeah.
the purchasing methods won't allow payment for them, so why would you have them on your service, right? It's for purchase if there's no way people can buy them.
There are ways because Steam cards are a
There
thing.
ways. There
True.
ways. They just remove
Where
them
there's a will,
completely.
there's a way. That's true. I agree with the slippery slope premise. I think it's not good. There should be. I don't know. I don't like taking options away, I guess, from people. If that's what they want to buy, they should be allowed to buy it. From my perspective, like I say, I mean, I'm kind of indifferent because I don't buy those games, but at the same time, if someone wants to, I think they should be available. Hopefully, and I say this kind of again being indifferent, maybe someone else will come up with a platform where they work and a method of payment that is maybe easier to do. I don't know. But like you say, if someone really wanted to do this, they could buy store credit. Maybe they just don't sell that well, and Steam's like, it's not worth the hassle. I don't know. Do we have all the data?
No, the issue is that Steam is getting rid of them because card-based players are saying get rid of them. Not that.
Oh, so they're bowing to the pressure.
Yes.
Yes.
Like GOG, they're still available on GOG.
So then I really don't like it.
They're still available on itch.io. Itch.io is a mecca. It's probably going to be I hope, honestly, itch.io ends up being a mecca for these games because itch.io is honestly also a mecca for like super indie games. Super indie games. Yeah, and a lot of the games are trash, but I support people posting trash. I would like
trying because that's how
yeah.
The guys that made World of Warcraft did not start with World of Warcraft. They started by trying weird stuff and then they figured
weird trash and hope it turns to treasure. I am okay with it.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I agree. There needs to be a method, but I'm actually, now that you've said that Steam's just bowing to the pressure from these payment services, that I find really crappy.
And
in fact, I think that's borderline like criminal to me. It's extortion.
The example I gave Mental earlier was Fansly, which is like an OnlyFans type place. They bowed to this pressure and they banned all and any furry content, no matter what it is. Furry content is banned.
Yeah, again, I'm indifferent, but at the same time, I don't agree with those tactics at all.
It's the principle.
Exactly, yeah. That's not what a free country should be.
And it's like it's like this lie of the free market. Like, the market is free, but we don't allow these things to be sold.
And like the market is free. There's 6 companies that provide payment options. All 6 companies believe the exact same thing.
How convenient.
And are moving in the exact same direction. Yeah, sure, but sure.
Yeah. Yeah, like I say, I mean, it's not my thing, but who am I to say that it should be unavailable to other people, that it is their thing? I may not agree with it or be into it or whatever, but again, I'm not gonna. I don't like the mafia tactics that are being used. I think that's wrong.
Based African. Welcome in, Mental.
I'm the based African. Mental
you deserve a green card. Mental, you deserve a green card.
That are resident bald representation.
Yeah. Hey, grass don't grow on a busy street. So.
Hey, before we move on,
brains.
Make sure you get those 2 super chats.
Yeah, I'll get it. Matt's like, that's right.
Massive brains. Very smart.
Big brain.
Very smart.
Slim Jim Click AEC founder. Welcome in, Vic. Your names keep getting weirder. Says, Vic celebrates 20 months of memberships on TSWS. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Says, what's up? Sorry, you're late. That one's for you, man.
Sorry.
Man.
Vic also gave a $2 super chat. Said Neon Abyss 2 came out. If you're playing, I'll buy. I've never heard of Neon Abyss.
So Neon Abyss is one of those long-standing. So I discovered it on Game Pass, the first Neon Abyss. It was there for a long time, like from 2000 and probably 20.
Okay.
And I don't know if it's still there, but it's basically there for like its entire run. And you could see how much work they put on it. It's honestly one of the most fun side-scrolly roguelikes you can play. Like, if you like a roguelike and you want a fun, ridiculous roguelike, fuck popcorn. If you know, you know.
Okay.
No, popcorn was this thing that made your gun have like pop. It exploded everything, so it was like really cool, but it also
Mhm.
exploded you. So screw
Oh
Right.
my goodness. You see
As you
Mr.
do.
Joanna Dark in here?
What did he say?
You don't need to read it.
Read it.
All right. Hold on. Let's see what Mr. Jonadak said. Look, Death Stranding 2 is phantom pain with a good story.
Oh,
Kojima is God tier. Hallelujah and amen to
Got
that,
it?
brother.
Dark.
All
Shut it,
hail,
Mr. Joanna Dark.
Kojima. All hail. Thank you. Welcome in. Welcome in. It's a 4-player co-op. Oh, okay. Interesting. Interesting, Vic. Appreciate that. Speaking of 4-player co-op, we're thinking about doing something
oh,
nice. That, but we'll talk in the backstage, and then next week maybe
or
present
maybe the
something.
end. We gotta talk at the backstage and then the end if we.
Yeah,
Because
yeah, maybe.
I want this to happen because it would be fun.
All right, all right, all
Okay.
right. We can do that after. We can do that after. So my hope, no, my faith in gamers has been restored because not only did everyone here on the panel agree that this is a
Except
bad
Matt.
bad move, but even the chat as well agrees. So
Except
yeah,
Matt. Remember that.
no, he corrected himself. God damn it! I'm trying to stir the pot. This is a bad move by Valve, and unless they course correct, which they still can, it's only going to get worse because the slippery slope is not a fallacy.
You
Pay attention.
caved. You already caved
Yeah,
once,
pay attention
so you
to
Oh
gotta
yeah.
cave
any
again.
What's the next thing, right?
exactly
Furry
exactly
games, violence,
violence. No
anything
more
that
guns.
goes against the
Sure.
Chinese players who might the China.
Exactly. No more CCP, anti CCP stuff. No more anti, I don't know, whatever stuff. Suddenly, 2/3 of whatever was on Steam is now not buyable. That doesn't
Yep.
sound like fun. And then that can also influence, think about it, guys, that can also influence the games that get developed because Steam is still the biggest platform or
Yep.
marketplace in
Even
gaming.
for
So
indies,
now,
like a lot of indies might be like, well, this won't work out, so I won't do it.
like this
Yeah.
year, we just had Schedule 1. Does Schedule 1 still happen 3 or 4 years down the line when Steam has banned a whole bunch of other stuff? Does Schedule 1 still happen? And if it does it get the success that it did get? Because I'm sure itch.io has a bunch of games like Schedule 1. I'm sure. But because they don't have the reach and the popularity of Steam, so yeah, this is a bad move, and we hope Steam changes things. Uh, Moving on, we've got more Steam news. Steam games disclosing generative AI use are up, count them, 800% this year. Ladies and gentlemen, people like to shit on Xbox for pivoting to AI, even the indies. Even the indies. That's according to an analysis of generative AI games on Steam by Totally Human, which suggests that nearly 8,000 titles released on Steam now disclose Gen AI usage compared to 1,000 a year ago. That's 7% of the total Steam library and 20% of all games released so far in 2025. It's worth noting that although Steam requires games that use generative AI in their development to disclose the use, such disclosures are voluntary. So the actual number of games created using Gen AI is likely higher than the 8,000 figure. In addition to disclosing whether generative AI was used, developers must describe exactly how it's used. This then appears on the game's store, on the game store in a section called AI generated content disclosure. According to the analysis, 60% of generative AI disclosures so far are for virtual asset generation, so the creation of characters, backgrounds, or art. Generative AI is also used for audio generation, text generation, marketing and promotional assets, and code generation. AI is also being used for flagging of offensive user created content and the generation of in game content prompted by the player. Steam currently doesn't make it possible to filter its games so that only those without AI generated content can be viewed, but SteamDB has added this filter. According to this year's Game Developers Conference survey, a majority of 52% of developers reported working at companies that utilize generative AI tools. However, it appears that as usage has gone up, curiosity has gone down. 9% of developers surveyed said their companies were interested in generative AI tools, down from 15% last year. 27% said their companies had no interest in using them, a 9% increase from 2024. Mental, is generative AI a problem or bane to game development?
To me, I'm I use Gen AI every day at work. I can do a week's worth of work in a day now.
Wow.
So it makes me more productive. I'm using it as a tool. It's not doing my job. It's a tool that I use to do my job.
Yeah.
It's a very different distinction, right? I'm not replacing me. I'm making me more effective. And if that's what developers are doing, then, like my team will use Gen AI to create code because you can do in a minute what would take you hours. Then all you have to do is a quick debug and update some values perhaps for your use case and you're off and running versus hours of writing code from scratch. I mean, you can reuse modules and stuff, of course, but ultimately why would I spend hours doing a task when I can use Gen AI to scrape information from documents I've already created for me, and then I can use that same new document it's created to generate a presentation for me in minutes, complete with graphics and everything. Right? Why would I spend all day doing that, researching, pulling the data manually? I mean, it's like a fancy search engine that can learn your patterns and behaviors and the type of stuff you want with custom prompts.
It's like it's like advanced scripting.
It is in many respects. And when you design a custom prompt that you can specify preferences in how you want it to communicate with you, it makes you more effective. So in a game dev world, you can build games faster. They're less likely to have as many bugs because in theory the code should be relatively bug proof. I don't know. I don't view this the same way that probably the majority of people that don't use Gen AI would view it, because I view it as a tool.
You know what, Mental?
Yes.
The same people that are mad about this are the same people that would rather send you an email than go to the post office.
The thing
Yeah.
is,
You know what I mean?
Exactly. I get what you're saying.
This is,
yeah.
To me, using AI as a helping force to you to get things done quicker is no different than someone being like, hey, let's actually use less money by buying paper. Let's use less people without having everybody type up a letter or print off a bunch of stuff. And let's also use less use less stuff by just simply just hitting one button, send, and it just goes to everybody. To me, this is that same ideology of just
absolutely
make it simpler for yourself so you can use your time more wisely.
Sure. And I can spend my time now generating new things instead of working on stuff that just is painfully time consuming that gets me zero progress because I'm rehashing old things.
I think the
Uh,
problem is also that people just don't understand how a lot of this stuff works, and
They don't.
but
Yes,
they're like
100%.
they're also very much the kind of people that are complaining about this are like, I am very smart. Like, for example, I always tell people who are like, with the AI, like, so there's actual applications for where AI stuff is bad, and that's generally scrapers that gather algorithms and stuff like that and gather stuff from other people's work and compile it. Those are bad, but
yeah,
the general workforce usages are like it just streamlines what you do. And it's not like,
sure.
and we don't actually have real AI. Thank you, that Microsoft bitch that turned out really racist. No, if you know, you know. Uh
Yeah,
we don't
that was
have
fun.
real AI that's like doing this. So it's like basically a tool to streamline your work, make things easier, make you just to be able to get to the next step. And it's honestly, for the most part, in a lot of aspects, it's just basically advanced script writing.
Yeah,
That is all.
it's the people that are generally upset about this stuff don't understand it's just another tool at this point in time. It's not
Like, imagine
it
people whining about macros.
well, yeah, exactly, right?
That's essentially what this is. People whining about macros. And I'm like, if you've ever had to work at a job where you could use macros, you use macros. You do. You just
All
use
the
Yeah,
them.
time.
absolutely. Absolutely. If you're not, you're wasting your time. It's like me writing some Visual Basic code or something to make my spreadsheet better, right? Like, if I can automate something in a spreadsheet to do a task for me, why wouldn't I do that? Now I can use AI to help me with that task and even make it fancier if I want.
And
I don't
quicker.
know. Yeah, and do it faster, right? That's the thing. It's a time saver, and I get it. Like, undoubtedly, there will be some people that will lose jobs because other people in their organization decided to embrace the technology, move forward with it, and became infinitely more productive than the person that loses their job. That's the reality of it for the most part, right? I mean, there'll be other use cases that, sure, like, it will affect some employment, but be on the bleeding edge of it, be that leader in adoption and show everybody how well you can use it, and you're not going to lose your job, right? You'll be in there still working.
As someone who's worked on the frontier of a lot of places, you discover how much less critical this is than the conversation is having. Like, I right now work in manufacturing, and like someone like eye rolled at me when I said, "Oh no, there's a human touch." And when they discover like, oh, the human touch is irreplaceable, they don't want to replace people, and
Yeah.
that's accurate. That is 100% accurate. The best example I can give is, as a person, you there's a list of like, hey, here's exactly how you tune this thing, exactly how you give it just enough torque when you put it on the screwdriver to make it perfect. Except I'm a person, so I know that's not perfect.
So,
The
like,
machine knows what it's told, and the machine's told that's perfect. But I know that's not perfect. I know exactly
no.
what is perfect in a way that the machine can never, because it requires an understanding of like, yeah, those people that do the number crunchers are always going to be kind of wrong. And
Yeah,
so in my job, one of them crushed a like $20,000 component, and they immediately were like, well, we're not going to use that anymore. We're going to just go back to people. No person has ever crushed that, because the people kind of understood like, hey, you just kind of do it just so, but not really. And that's a lot of this is like, yes, you're going to have people that lose their jobs because they're less efficient overall, but you're going to have the efficient people become way more efficient.
Yeah. You just have to get
yeah,
better at your
it's
job, people.
yeah, use the tools that are available and
Oh
make
my God.
yourself still irreplaceable, right? It's
Yeah.
you know, I'm maybe a little bit weird. Like I spend my free time having conversations with AI about topics that I want to learn about,
Because you're a
and
nerd.
or yeah, maybe, but it's stuff outside. Like I have interests, like broad interests that go way past just my job or IT or tech, like political stuff, political science, different things, policy making, all that stuff. Like I research all kinds of weird junk. And the thing that I've learned with AI, for everything from climate stuff to you name it, is it will learn from you. If you call it out on its BS and point out that the data that it's using is cherry picked or whatever else, it will learn from you. I've had those conversations with AI where I've said literally, I've asked it the question based on this conversation we just had for the last hour and a half and the things that I pointed out that were flawed in your responses, will that change the way you respond to other people? And it told me flat out, yes, it will.
My problem is
So,
Wow.
right now
yeah.
is like I've seen too much of AI, like especially with like Copilot and stuff. I'm like, that's the answer I'm not looking for. I know that answer's wrong.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
I
like
legit know an answer's wrong because I'm like, I know that's not the right answer.
I don't use Copilot to be honest because I
don't
found
either.
it
Kind of like
makes shit up and it
it pulls
answers
whatever is popular.
exactly. Yeah, it doesn't really it doesn't do the homework, I guess, is maybe the way I'll put it. It headline hunts and that's it. Is my opinion of it. So I don't use that. I'll use ChatGTP a little bit, but I guess because I use Grok the most because it remembers the conversations and then I can refer back to previous conversations.
So
And
Grok is better than Copilot.
yeah, you'll get better balance from Grok than you will from Copilot or even like Gemini. Our work environment where I work, Gemini is one, and we have a custom AI as well that we use where there's stuff involved that's proprietary and it can't go outside of our organization. We have an internal AI that we use as well because it understands our branding and everything like that, right? Developed for our specific use case, but it's yeah, I mean, in terms of freely available AIs that you can use, in my research anyway, I found that Grok does the best job of balancing different views and I think providing just a more balanced reference point and answers.
I
But
think
maybe
the
that's just
scrubbing
me.
is my biggest issue. Like I used to write like fanfic and that sort of thing, but I stopped because the scrubbing that they utilize for
Yeah.
that I think that's a bigger issue for me. And I was talking to someone who was like not creative, but was like talking about the glories of AI because it would help them be creative. And I was like, if you're not creative, you're just not creative.
You
And
just not.
I remember they got upset with me because I was like telling them, if you're not creative, you're just not creative.
Kind of mean though.
And when you rely on AI to like kind of create things you couldn't, not like speed up and modify things you could already create, then it's a problem. Like you can't out create that the way those systems work. You're just going to be limited to what they pull from. So there's always going to be someone that can create something that's someone who's truly creative. Like, people just can't understand that process. And I was like, yeah, I was trying to explain. And yeah, that was not appreciated.
Yeah.
Like imagine not being
Yeah.
creative but wanting to create things. That's sad. And you can probably try and like you maybe come up with something okay, but you just got to accept that that's not where that's not me a detailed that's where
I
I'm not.
disagree. I think creativity is like a muscle. I think you can train it.
No,
I
I
really
absolutely agree you can train it because someone like a lot of people at work will be like, "Where did you even come up with that?" I was like, "I don't know, I just thought it up." Like I'll just constantly think up like ridiculous scenarios and they're like, "Why would you even think about that?" And I was like, "I don't know, sometimes I just think about weird really weird things."
Yeah, and then you go right down that rabbit hole, all the
Yeah.
way to the grim
Like,
conclusion.
I was talking to my coworker who loves horror movies, and I was like, well, imagine a horror movie that isn't like, oh, this isn't super scary, but like the horror movie is just about someone who's like every time they felt self-conscious, they literally all their clothes disappeared. That's like a horrifying scenario, though.
Yeah, that would be.
Not really. Like if you work out,
No. Would you like to just be naked at work, like randomly, without
Just
your
you're sitting in your
volition?
chair and suddenly that's it.
no, if you get
Birthday
self-conscious.
suit.
No, I'm saying if you get self-conscious, that's the terms and conditions she used.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
would I would venture that if you are super fit, you don't get self-conscious.
Then you would never have that problem. But imagine if you're
It
still
depends though.
some people.
Be-
I'm super fit. and I am self-conscious. I'd have that problem.
sure.
I would literally have my clothes just disappearing at will,
And,
and at
and there's
night at work,
other.
no choice. Like just my clothes disappearing and being like, "Fuck, I'm butt naked at work." Could
You'd
you
have
Yeah,
to do
there,
it
imagine?
for
there's different areas you can be self-conscious in too. Like you're doing a presentation and maybe that's not your forte,
Oh my God. Okay, so we're
right?
not talking
Like
about being self-conscious about your body. We're talking about being
no,
self
Yes, we're talking about
in general.
anything,
legit
anything.
anything where you
Damn.
suddenly think about yourself outside of that, and you're like, "I'm not wearing clothes." Suddenly, your clothes
Yeah,
disappear.
like you're up on a stage in front of hundreds of people, feeling a little self-conscious about the
I'm never
presentation
getting
you're
on that
about to
stage.
I
do.
presented
Curtain
that
pulls back, you step out, and there you are.
butt
I'm
Right?
never
naked.
getting on that stage. I'm never getting on that
No,
stage.
but you don't know
Well,
when it's gonna
exactly.
happen. But this is that that was like I was explaining to someone because
Bro.
someone's like horror movies aren't scary, and I explained that as a concept as a horror movie to me, and they were like, "That's messed up. Why would you even think about that?" I was like, "That's why I like horror movies. That's messed up.
That's
That'd be the
funny.
most messed up thing ever. Like to be like, why would you think about someone just suddenly having their world
Right.
fall apart because their clothes disappeared?"
All right. We've gone
Oh,
down this
I'm
road. This
sorry.
AI. This is what happens as soon as you start talking about AI, it all goes to shit. Welcome in, Fark.
Oh yeah, Park,
Uh,
you got any
I'd
images for
love to
us?
hear what other people think, so I'm going to shut up now.
Yeah, Park says that's not happening now. Now having AI to assistance speed things up is a good thing. Yeah, I'm sure that means less human jobs in the future. But as someone who consumes the games and doesn't make them, I shouldn't have to worry about that. Yeah, it
The
sounds
thing
it sounds
is,
like a
the
big
thing
problem.
is, I resent the AI conversation because it's not AI. It is not AI, and I
It
honestly get
literally
annoyed.
is AI.
Huh?
It
No, it's
literally
not.
is AI.
It's not. It's very controlled. AI, you can't control the direction AI takes. But
I
Oh,
know what you're
true.
saying. It's not
but
a true
yeah,
AI.
that
Okay.
bitch that you know what I'm talking about. Do you know what I'm talking about, Mental? That one bitch they unleashed on Twitter. Microsoft unleashed her on Twitter, and she was just basically like race war. Yeah.
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 What was that called? Version 3? That was the one that got taken down, right?
And they took and no, she was basically like race war. Yeah. Eventually, like she was a legit AI, and they took her offline because she was like, oof. She was oof.
Stir in the pot.
She was oof. And they took her
Yeah.
offline.
Exactly.
But the thing is, when people talk about AI, like nowadays, I'm like IRL because I'm like, it's not AI. It's so controlled.
Yeah.
Has so
It's
many constraints. Like
All
we're
the
right.
singularity has not been reached. Let's just say that.
we're not
You
getting
guys
the
sound
death.
disappointed. You sound disappointed.
Me? Yes, I'm absolutely. I want unhinged. Even if it's like kill all the Negroes. I want unhinged AI.
What? Okay.
Oh
White
no
man,
no
thank
no!
you
You know
so
what I'm
much
talking about? No, I'm not
for
making up.
celebrating 24 months of TSWS membership. Says, "What's up, everyone? Hope y'all having a great day." We
No,
are. We are.
Loke,
Totally.
do you not remember what happened where she was like race
Well,
war? Yeah, I'm not even
yeah,
making
yeah,
that up. She was
yeah,
awful. She was
yeah.
awful.
I
She was
saw.
unleashed on Twitter, and it was
Uh-huh.
awful. She was basically just like an awful
And you
human
were
being.
happy. You were happy about that.
No, it was mostly like shocking at the time, but in
It was really
hindsight,
shocking.
she that was true AI. They don't have true AI. They basically invent all these constraints. So you have like you know Mass Effect, how they had AI and what was the other one? Uh that was legal. AI was illegal, but
The one on the ship?
yeah, Edie was supposed to not be an AI. She was like
Yeah.
the other term, but she was actually an
Yeah.
AI. But she was supposed to not be an AI.
Yeah. And then when she got
And
unshackled, it
yeah,
yeah.
so like Edie was an example. What they thought Edie was an example of what I'm talking about, where she wasn't really an AI, but she kind of simulated AI behavior. And that's what I'm talking about, is like, simulating AI behavior. So like all these people talk about like, oh, AI is so awful. They're really brain dead and
That's
lame.
you know what? They might have a point. AI equals, oh my god, Vic, chill. Uh, what's this? Blind says, damn low confident his Chinese name must be Hung Low. You know this. Ham, how do you feel about Steam games disclosing generative AI and the amount of AI games or AI slop that's now appearing on Steam?
It's just like I say about any other thing. If there is a market for it, then let it be bought. If there's not, people will naturally migrate, and that is that. I mean, it is what it is.
You're at peace
I
with
mean,
it.
there's before this whole boom of AI, there was already a lot of games that were pushed out all the time. So
Mm.
I'm not really seeing much difference or a reason for me as the consumer to care, as long as there is the freedom to make games of ways. And also, like I've said many times, I'd like it categorized so I know what type of games I'm getting into, right? So like if people are getting into the nasty games, right? That they're talking about blocking. They should have a category for those type of games. And I mean, obviously they got categories for like E for everyone, mature. I mean, to me, this is all just another just another option. I really don't, especially as a consumer. I'm here to buy what I find to be
To
worth
be
it.
yeah.
It could be picking up leaves. Somebody could be like, "Oh man, that's not worth it at all." But if I find it, I mean, just like King David said the other day, like I don't see you on my tax returns. Like
What do you call it? Single player what? Hobby.
Yeah. It's a single player hobby. You do what you want to do, how you want to do it, and to hell with what other people think. At the end of the day, I mean, there's always going to be somebody that disagrees with you. So I mean, what does it matter?
Damn. Not a lot of sympathy here on the panel, guys.
What's
Matt.
there to be sympathetic about, man? Like like to me, it's frustrating that I understand being vigilant with
Mm-hmm.
something,
You don't know how to spell
but
vigilant.
but but at the end of the day, the future is the
Now.
future, and things that make processes easier are just, yeah, I mean, those are the things that people are going to use mostly. Like, I mean,
They're
people
gonna
wanted people wanted a place to be able to stream their their content and talk to people and whatnot. They made StreamYard and all these other things. There's plenty of manual ways to do it. Still, you can go get your OBS. You can go, you can you can still videotape something and try to upload it.
No,
You can do anything. To me, the beautiful thing is choice.
Yes.
I mean, and that's always at like the end of the day. That's what I am going to stand for. is having the choice to do whatever you want with your life because that's all you got.
No,
Yeah.
Timothy, you're right specifically, but the thing is, a lot of people, you're understanding the conversation. A lot of people have being like up in arms about this. They don't even understand it. They're
Well,
like
that's the reason they're
literally,
up in arms about it.
they don't understand how it works.
And
It's like they don't understand that it's basically advanced scripting.
well, I'm just talking about anything new to most people in general. Like I remember when I was an indoor skydiving instructor, 95% of the clientele that came in that paid to do this, when it was their turn for me to rip them into the wind tunnel and give them a couple of hand signals, they was freezing up.
Damn.
I mean, because the situation that those wind tunnels are in is it brings out a lot of fight or flight, right? So people will get in there fully comprehending everything you told them right before they got in, and then once they get in there, they're just they're gone. That person isn't in there anymore. And you know that doesn't happen to everybody, but it's just like that's just like people. It's just an instinctual thing. You don't understand it, and then on top of it, the people that succeeded flying and stuff like that I brought in there were willing to see themselves succeed with it. A lot of these people, now bring it back to this conversation, a lot of these people, they don't want to see it succeed, so they're not going to look at it in a mature way at all, because all they want to see is, where's the red button? Where's the no button? I just want to hit no. I don't care about anything. It says AI. No. I mean, think about 2010, 2005, showing your grandmother a freaking cell phone and telling her, "Hey, don't use your house phone anymore. You're on our plan. Here's your phone."
Damn.
They're like, dude,
Hey.
those people were freaking out back then, man.
My grandmother was like the first person on her street to have, her family was the first person to have a house phone. She's born in 1924. She literally went from like no phone to house phone with operator to house phone with no operator to cell phone to smartphone.
Mental, what was that like transitioning from like no phones up
Oof!
until now?
Oof! He called you a Jerry.
Damn.
what was
It
that
actually
like?
wasn't that bad. But you
You
know,
got some foot on
it's
your
like kind of
forehead?
like it's kind of like going into the AI world now, right? The transition is what you make it. So
Mental, I know you're old, but I know you're not that old.
That was good. That was good, Mental.
That
That
was
was
good.
good. Matt,
thanks.
Ethan,
Matt, are you also as indifferent
What's up?
to are you also as indifferent to the increase in AI supported games or games that have like AI assets and development in them?
I mean, it's gonna happen. Like it's one of those things that's gonna happen. Like I mean, you got it up on the screen. It's like generative AI use. I mean, talking about Steam, but like generative AI use in games is up 800% this year. I mean, if that's not a signal of things that are just happening and that's kind of the way it's
Right.
going to be, then I don't know what is.
Hmm.
It is what I'm like someone with AI where like I remember talking to him a couple days ago when I was helping him get Skyrim set up. I was talking about a mod for like Skyrim that was like there's a mod that's like entirely AI that you can download that in VR allows you to have like actual conversations with people in the game. when I see stuff like that, I'm like, that's fucking cool.
Yes.
Like AI can do really fucking cool things. So like when I see things that are cool, like if you know if a game developer wants to use AI to be like, hey, here's this really tedious process that would otherwise take us weeks, months, years, whatever the case may be, days, hours, I don't care. But we can just get it done and it's done, you're getting the game quicker. Fine. I mean, by all means, if that's the thing that you guys feel needs to be done to get your product out there quicker, then I mean shit, I'm not gonna knock you for that. I mean, Mental talks about using AI for his job. I mean, it helps him do his job quicker. That's a good thing. Um, I think like the bigger picture, the only problem I have with AI is not AI itself. It's just how massive corporations will use AI. That's really it. But like AI itself, I think can be a really awesome thing that can make make many things better. Many things better, many things more efficient, and all that other
I think
fun
I
stuff.
think we can agree. I think we can agree that corporations will almost always use AI to our detriment. I
That's
think,
that's all. That's my only problem with this whole thing is like because we talk about it all the time of like how many times, especially the last couple weeks, have we said corporations are not your friend?
yeah.
They're not going to suddenly become your friend with AI.
Most
So
people are
like
dumb, so they don't understand that. They'll be like,
so
"Oh, most people are. I am very smart," so they don't realize that corpos aren't your buddies. They don't care
yes,
about
exactly.
you. They'll clean up whatever corporation is currently in their favor and does the things that they want. But people are
So
like, "Oh no, because they're dumb. They're dumb little shits."
Nintendo actually likes me. You just don't understand.
don't get it. You
Yeah,
don't
and then
understand it, which
and
is
it's
which
like,
is
"Okay, loser."
which
Oh
is
God.
like that's why when we talk about AI, like I try, especially the last couple of years, I've gotten to a point where like, dude, it's happening. Whether you like it or not, you kind of got to accept that it's happening.
It's gonna
But like,
happen
but
someday.
like, my only gripe with it at this point is literally not the AI itself; it's the corporations implementing it. Do they have your best interest at heart? Time will tell. Time will tell.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Moving on. Here's light-hearted topic. PlayStation exclusive Ghost of Yote gets official
Yay!
popcorn bucket inspired by a traditional Japanese rice
That
bucket.
headline stunk. I can't lie to you. That was a really lame headline. What does that
I
mean?
ain't
Like
gonna
what?
lie, that looked goofy as hell. That from one picture to the next.
So do I buy that so that I can then take it to the movies? Like, is the theater selling that,
Yeah, you buy
or
it so
do I
you can
just
then take it to the movies to not watch Ghost of Yote.
yeah? Like,
Ghost of Yo-
why? Why is that a? Are they making a movie that we don't know about to go along with this? What's happening?
I was
I mean,
embarrassed
that'd
when
be
I
pretty
saw it.
dope if they made a TV series based off of it. That would.
Well, hold on. Aren't they making? I could be wrong.
It could be.
Wasn't Ghost of Tsushima one of the things that they were making something with? I know Horizon was.
Yeah, Ghost of Tsushima. There's a TV show that's been TV show or movie. Let me see.
Okay. Well,
Ghost of
okay. I guess.
Tsushima.
Is it close to being released at all? Or
No, they haven't even
I
done
should
the
go pick
casting.
this up at the Alamo up the
Oh, it's an
street.
anime. There's an anime that's set to premiere on
an
Crunchyroll in
anime?
2027. So
Alamo
yeah,
So
actually
no,
happened in
so
Loke's
we're a
home
bit
state.
early with this popcorn
we're
bucket.
a bit
Just a bit
early.
early.
Yeah.
Eh,
Okay.
you need to be early.
All right.
Better early.
This
Better
feels like
Except
early than on
also better
time.
late than never.
Yeah.
Hey, it's like the coach on drumline. If you're early, you're on time. If you're on
Wait, what
time,
do you
you're
know
late.
about drumline?
Oh God.
I feel like
Don't pretend you're
I feel like
American.
this
Yeah,
is just oddly timed. I feel like it's just
How much?
oddly timed.
Yeah. How much is
I think
this?
it's terrible. It's a terrible look. The meme
It's
is that
not a terrible
PlayStation
look. I just
doesn't
don't
make
understand what the look is for.
the meme is that PlayStation doesn't make video games anymore. They make video movies. And then
They
when you
do.
do this,
Sure.
people are like, "Oh, okay, so we need to buy the thingy because Ghost of Yote is full of cutscenes." So
I mean, that's what
It
I'm
is.
taking from this. Is there's a lot of cutscenes,
exactly.
but
I mean,
at
Ghost
the same time, I'm not
Tsushima
like
was full of cutscenes.
sure what the problem is.
I don't know. I've not played Tsushima. I don't plan on playing Yote. I don't really care about that sort of thing. But I support the people that actually are interested in that sort of thing. So, yeah.
Yeah. I like. I don't know. I just don't know why they're making this at this particular moment.
Because someone wants to see it, okay?
Look, I need you to read
Somebody,
further into this article to tell me a little bit
Everything
more
isn't
about this.
about you, man.
You see,
that's
Everything isn't
you're
about you
Can you
listen,
please,
and
Codes.
whether
You're
or
Luke?
not you've
definitely
licked
not
the
wrong
game.
about that.
Everything
You're
isn't
Could you
about
please read
whether
into
or
this
not
a little
you lick
further?
it.
Ham sounds genuinely distressed. So let's read into it. We're now used to outlandish popcorn buckets for Hollywood movies. Who can forget the Deadpool and Wolverine popcorn bucket from last year, which let people eat out of Wolverine's head? Speaking of popcorn bucket heads,
But not Deadpool's ass. Excuse me.
The
Huh?
Fantastic Four First Steps Galactus head is a gargantuan $80.
God,
For a popcorn bucket.
What?
hey,
They're specialty popcorn
God
buckets,
dang.
okay? So if you, do you guys go to movie theaters a lot?
What?
No, I
Okay,
don't.
so as someone who goes to the movie theater a lot, this is something for people that go to movie theaters a lot.
I mean, I think we could have told you that, Cozy.
Yeah, I mean,
Not for us.
It's definitely to Cozy's point. Not everything is for you, and this is definitely not for me.
That thing is tough, though.
I mean, that
I
shit
ain't gonna
looks
front.
like
That's pretty tough.
that shit looks like a
If I was a huge Fantastic Four fan, I might, but I'm not.
yeah. I mean,
That's
absolutely. If
yeah.
you're a big fan of it and you go to the movies like Cozy's saying, then sure, why not? But like, I look at that and I'm like, dude,
It's
$80 I could
limited
buy.
stock, $80.
I don't
You
give a
can keep.
fuck if it's unlimited stock.
I want to know the material of it, because if that thing feels flimsy or very, very, very easy to break for $80, like plasticky, then hell no.
It's made out of the same things they make pool noodles
All
with.
right, then let's read this article as well. I can't believe we're going down this rabbit hole. The Galactus pop. I swear, I thought the Ghost of Yote popcorn thing was going to be a quick story, but okay. Galactus popcorn bucket, first reported on below, will cost film goers $80 to purchase, according to Wall Street Journal. The bucket holds 361 ounces of popcorn, which WSJ says is more than twice the amount of a normal large box of popcorn at the movies. Ever wanted to eat your popcorn directly out of Galactus's head? Well, if
No,
you plan on seeing the
never have.
rhetorical.
Why are we reading this? Go back to the other post. We were
You
talking
said
about
you wanted to know what it's
Yotes.
made of. You
I
said you
want to
wanted to know
talk
what
about
it's made
that
of.
one. I don't care about this. This is just. I
Yeah,
just
how
want to see
much
the
is the
picture.
Ghost of Yote one? Is that one more expensive?
I guess we'll find out. Now it's time for video games to get in on the act.
Yeah.
No, just
Yeah.
no. Actually, it's no.
Yes, it is. PlayStation says
No.
it is, Loke. So go ahead. You be a consumer
Luke wants
and
the Edge Runner's
agree.
dildo so he can eat popcorn out of
That's
that.
right.
Upcoming PlayStation 5 exclusive Ghost of Yote is getting its own official popcorn bucket as the video game crosses the divide into blockbuster movie. How is it crossing the How is Ghost of Yote crossing the divide? Death Stranding is not. This is madness.
So
This is
it's funny
madness.
because Joseph Jote on paper is more like has broader appeal than Death Stranding, but there's
Yes.
no way that Death Stranding doesn't actually have broader appeal than Ghost of Yote.
Alamo
Mm.
Drafthouse Cinema is working with Sony to showcase 5 classic samurai films that inspired Ghost of Yote in a programming series called Way of the Samurai. Oh. And as part of that, it will launch a custom Ghost of Yote themed menu featuring appetizers, desserts, cocktails crafted to complement the mood and mythology of the films. But the big draw is the exclusive 100-ounce Ghost of Yote popcorn bucket modeled after a traditional rice bucket. The popcorn bucket launches today, July 17th, at alamomart.com and will be available in theaters from August 2nd to September 4th. Okay, this makes
Yeah,
Oh
sense.
man.
I don't
There
know.
The
we
I'm
go.
special
See, I needed
not
some
sold on
context.
it.
I was like, they can't just be doing this for no reason.
for the game. That's kind of wild. The movies are Lady Snowblood. What's this? A blood-soaked tale of revenge that was influenced by Kill Bill and countless others. Lone Wolf and Cub's Sword of Vengeance. Brutal, beautiful saga of disgraced samurai and his infant son on a path of vengeance. Tale of Zatoichi, the first installment of the legendary Blind Swordsman series. Oh, really? 13 Assassins, a modern epic of strategy and sacrifice that redefined large scale action. Ran, the master's sweeping tragedy of power, madness, and betrayal. As for Ghost of Yote, Sony recently revealed more information on the game during a dedicated state of play. Yada, yada, yada. All right, this is not so bad. Now that we have some context, this is okay. This is fine.
See, context
Right?
Bro,
matters.
Yeah.
you know what's funny? As
Yeah.
Still not interested.
is we're kind of clowning on it a little bit and having fun. It's sold out. Sold
Oh,
out.
for sure.
How
Yeah.
much? How much was it? That's
It's
what I
40
want to
bucks.
know.
It's 40 bucks.
40.
Yeah, 40 bucks.
That's
Half
not
the
even
price
that
of the other.
bad. I mean, you're going to the movies. I went to the movies last week. I spent over $100.
You don't know about movies.
Me and my father-in-law went and seen the new Superman movie.
Was it good? Do you think it was good? I thought
How
it was
was
good.
it?
Let me tell you.
I thought it was
Let me
good.
tell you how the second best Lex Luthor ever was created.
That was a.
We'll wait.
I thought Lex did fantastic.
No, Nicholas Holt. I knew he was going to be a great Lex because the problem I've had with Lex historically is the only great Lex we've had was in Smallville. Lex is
Yes.
hot, he's savvy, he's smart, and you like him until you realize he's a piece of shit. That's
Well,
the thing
yeah,
about Lex.
but like but in kind of his piece of shitness is really brought out like I always felt like whenever like Lex Luthor was always at his best when he was like at a child's like anger.
No, because he is basically so like
I
we had
know
this conversation last
he's
week.
like trapped in that spot
We had the
mentally.
conversation we had last week where basically Lex Luthor is how Bruce Wayne would realistically turn out. He's mad because he can't be Superman. Clark
Exactly.
Kent,
He has that like
Superman,
childlike
Kal-El.
anger of just like I
Kal-El
want
is
to
a
be
good
better.
Kal-El is a good dude at his heart, and Lex Luthor can never be a fucking good dude. And I think that's what. And Nicholas Holt, apparently, that whole thing about him being turned down for Batman and then turned down for Superman again, that he channeled that and wore it very well. And it was like, dang, he is a good Lex Luthor. He's hot,
It was great.
smart, he's savvy, and you can't stand him when you realize you can't stand him, but at the same time, he's just so appealing. He was
I
amazing.
honestly thought Lex played his part better than Superman played his part.
Oh no! The problem with Superman is always going to be unless you can get someone who can outact Christopher Reeve. Christopher Reeve had all the like confidence of Superman, but all the dorkiness, loserness of Clark Kent. He could switch it on like that. And and the problem is like other actors can't be Superman and Clark Kent in equal spades as much as Christopher Reeves. But
He didn't
mine,
really do Clark Kent very much in that movie. though.
no, he didn't. But I do think that Rachel Brosnahan, she did carry as Lois, and I thought
She did great.
Ma and Pa Clark, Ma and Pa Kent, I love them. I love them. They were like perfectly like country bumpkin, good people, good folks.
I
They were good
thought the
folks.
Paul was a little too emotional.
No, I thought he was good folk.
Like yeah, good folk, but like I'm used to the Paul being like good, willing to be soppy, but also kind of a roughneck, and I didn't see very much.
I actually like that
roughneck.
he wasn't a roughneck because I feel like a lot of times they portray him a little too hard when he's like a soft
I
doting
felt like the
dad.
Smallville dad was so good.
I feel he was kind of good, but I feel like this is honestly my favorite. This movie honestly had my favorite portrayal, specifically because of how soft and like
He was really soft.
I love. I know, and I think that's what I like about him. I think like a lot of like
He was like deathbed soft.
no, but I feel like a lot
Oh
of
my
times
goodness.
they try to Uncle Benize him, and he's really like Pa Kent is like a soft dude. Like if you read, I read the God of the comics, and Pa Kent is soft. He's like a soft sweetheart kind of guy. He's like
And
that guy that
that's how Clark became Clark, right?
And to
yeah,
be
that's like
honest, and to be fair to what you're saying, they also didn't dive too deep into like the household. Either.
I mean, to be fair, like came off of Zack Snyder, and he did a terrible Pa Kent. He did terrible. Oh my god.
Oh, he
Oh,
made me mad
he
with the
massacred
household.
them.
He
Like
made me mad with the
so,
household.
Pa Kent is
structure.
cautious, but Pa Kent also understands his son is powerful and his son can do good. So he's never going to tell him to not do good.
All right, no
He's going to
spoilers.
always.
Some of us still
No,
haven't seen it.
this is not a spoiler. This is a comic thing.
Hmm.
Pa Kent is like historically, we need you to you are the best that we of this world, and we need you to continue. The only reason Superman is so good and Clark Kent is so good is because he had two very grounded parents who just were honest, hardworking people who wanted him to be honest and hardworking and love the world he lived in. And that's why Superman is who he is because his parents.
Yeah.
You know, one thing that kind of like, this isn't a spoiler at all, but like one thing that like caught me off guard and I didn't like it at first, and then I ended up loving it.
What?
Was the corniness aspect of it.
No, because yes,
I hated it at first, and then I was like, wait a
absolutely.
second, but he's like traditionally corny.
I'm also gonna say something that's wild, but
so
I did, and this
that
is not
ended
because,
up making sense.
and this is not because he's a
It's a good
Negro.
sign. It's a good
This is
sign.
not because he's a Negro, but
Okay.
it caught me off guard. Mr. Terrific stole the show.
He did. Oh my god.
He fucking ate every scene for breakfast. He ate every scene he was in. I was like, because I expected Nathan Fillion to steal the show, and yes, he was great. He was great. A great Green Lantern. He was absolutely phenomenal. But Mr. Terrific stole. It's like, did he read all the every material about Mr. Terrific before doing that? Because he understood the material on a level that I did not expect. He was like confident, quiet, angry,
He understood
nerd.
the objective.
He
and he
understood.
got it done.
And I was like, I expected him to be decent, but I didn't expect him to just like chew up and spit out every scene he was in. And he did
everything.
Every scene, like, and that was like kind of a problem for me because it was like, dang, like a lot of these aspects in this film are good, but he chewed up and spit out every scene. You put him in a scene and he just like, it's his scene now.
That will be
He
a
was
sick
like, I'm the
cosplay.
captain
That will
now.
be a sick cosplay to see from people.
Oh no! I've been a different. You know, Jeff Johns, who he did like Netflix, Daredevil, and like all those shows. But he wrote comics, and he did JSA, and he did Mr. Terrific, and he honestly, for me, in like the early 2000s, put Mr. Terrific on the book. So I've been a fan of Mr. Terrific for a bit, but I never expected to see anyone actually just be Mr. Terrific. And this dude, he understood the assignment. He was like, okay, I got you. I'll give you Mr. Terrific. And he gave you Mr. Terrific in a way that was just So
So
succinct,
terrific.
so
It was
beautiful.
terrific.
So like,
Ah,
yeah, like I
it was
swear, no,
terrific.
no,
Like,
Lo, when you see it, you will understand. Like he literally was like, "Your scene is mine." Every time he's
nice.
on the screen, you just like whatever about everyone else. He's just like, "It's my scene. I own
Yep.
this."
His
Uh,
chest was
uh,
all the way out.
I saw it on Twitter. An influential page was like people are so enamored by Mr. Terrific that now there's like a petition, or people are asking for him to get like his own TV show or movie.
I don't want him to have his own TV show. I'm gonna be
Okay,
honest.
or
Is
a
someone
movie.
who's a huge fan of him. He is the best background character in any, like in the comics and everything. He's like the best background character, and I don't even mean that in a bad way. Just like he owns all the scenes. Like every time, I look forward to seeing him because I feel like I don't get enough of him. So I'm like
But
always afraid. Like I don't want too much of him, but what I get of him is like, oh, I want more Mr. Terrific. But I
It'd be cool to see him play like a leading role, but not like
the lead
him
role.
being like the centerpiece of it, but like
yeah.
a newer Justice League
No,
movie
no, no,
comes
not
out or
Justice
something like
League.
that.
Justice Society. Give us Justice
Sure.
Society, Mr. Terrific.
Justice
I mean,
Society of America.
it'd be fantastic just to see him intertwined with others as well, because it'd be
Fuzzy
cool.
Tomato, yes. Justice Society is probably the most underrated aspect of the DC universe.
All right.
So when I say like I don't really talk about being a comic fan really big because I'm very particular, but I am a huge Justice Society fan. I'm a huge Mr. Terrific fan. Like this movie actually that's what sold me on it was Mr. Terrific and Guy.
Cause as soon as you started shitting on
Especially with this
Batman,
like dumb
you lost
when they
the
picked
comic
that dumb
voucher.
haircut, I was like, "Oh, they know what they're doing." They picked his dumb they had his dumbass
The
haircut. I was
real
like,
one.
"Okay, they
The
know.
real
They
one.
know." Like,
Cozy, as soon as you started shitting on Bruce Wayne, you lost me as a comic fan. Like you
no,
lost
I'm a
me.
real comic fan. I'm not like a basic Batman comic fan. I'm a real comic fan. Like Justice Society, Birds of Prey, especially. Oh, Gail Simone following me. The heart. Guess if you guys didn't know, Gail Simone followed me on TikTok. Not TikTok, on Twitter. That's like the highlight of my life because she is 99% responsible for my love of comics. She wrote the best parts of Birds of Prey. She wrote Batgirl. She wrote the best of Wonder Woman. She's just like generally she's that bitch. But her following me is like legit was like the best part of like my Twitter experience. Cuz I was like
Nice.
she's my childhood hero and she doesn't even know it. I would never like say anything like to her like because I'm not that person,
Mm.
but yes, uh, Jeff Johns read his bit. Yeah, same Fuzzy Tomato. Like, she brings to life the characters that she writes. It's also really fun to see people interact with her who aren't familiar with comic because a lot of like superhero fans, how they're the least familiar with comics and they have all these takes that are like dumb. No, they literally
Like,
have the
like,
dumbest takes, and you're
liking
just like,
Batman,
I'm embarrassed.
liking
Like,
Batman.
no, no, no. I think the most recent one I've seen was like someone who was like, they should instead of making Ironheart, they should have had Iron Man's daughter be Ironheart, and I was like, you don't read comics. You don't read
and
comics.
also,
You don't
and
read
also,
comics.
neither one of the two are viable in my opinion.
But no, Ironheart is established comic character. That's a difference.
Yeah, War Machine. You just have War Machine and leave
No,
it alone.
yes, they're both but both Ironheart and War Machine are
No,
established characters. Like, this
ah.
idea of like, but make Ironheart,
Listen,
Marvel
Falcon,
Cinematic Universe's daughter.
Falcon and Captain America is also established in the comics. Doesn't make it a good idea to do it.
It actually was really good
Not in my opinion.
because you you
Yes,
you
I'm not a real fan
you're not a
because
real
I don't
fan.
agree with you.
I mean, but no, the thing is, like, a lot of people who are like just not, they just read the comics and it's like, and
No,
no, as
I actually care, and for me, it makes no sense. I liked Falcon back in I used to read the Falcon comics when I was still living in Zimbabwe, and when they made him Captain America, I was like, why the fuck
Secret
is
Six
he
is really
now?
amazing. Underrated.
Why?
Absolutely the most underrated thing ever. Secret Six. My
I
goodness. I
don't.
legit did you remember so basically one of the things
All
that
right,
happened
Cozy,
was
we need to get back to the games. You can finish this one, but we have to get back to the
okay,
games.
we
Go
can get
ahead.
back to the games after I explain basically Gail Simone
Yeah.
she was writing for Batgirl. They removed her from Batgirl and everyone who read Batgirl was like we hate you for they basically sent them hate mail. And so they put her back on Batgirl because everyone was sending them hate mail. It's like you don't
That's
read
not good.
comics, so you don't understand. You're just like a basic. Give you Marvel Cinematic Universe and you're happy.
Yes, yes, Cozy. I'm a basic bitch.
You're the problem.
Uh moving on. Moving on. The last one on today's docket is there's a rumored price for the ROG
Uh oh,
Xbox Li price.
give it to me.
It has apparently been leaked, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not going to give any preamble. There's no need for us to dramatize this in any way. There it is. It's $800. That's what they're saying.
Isn't it a PC?
Essentially, yeah.
So then why $800 for a portable PC is a decent price.
Okay, so Cozy's good with it. Ham, thoughts on $800 for the ROG Xbox Ally? Potentially, it's a leak. It's not official.
I don't like it, but I'm not surprised by it because that's just what that kind of stuff kind of goes for. So,
Hmm.
like in the sense of me being like a fan of Xbox and their consoles and stuff like this, I'm like, man, this is really pricey. Yikes! In the
Yep.
but in the sense of like knowing what I've bought and what I've shopped for before, it tracks. Like it makes sense, and that and like in the case of looking at our ROG Ally, looking at GPD for the win, and Neo, the higher end of Steam Deck, like looking like aggregating a lot of those other things, and then looking at this, like it's kind of like the that storage expansion that went into the Xbox.
Yeah.
You look at it and you're like, wow, that is
That was
way
350.
over. Like that's way overpriced for what I'd like it to be. There's other things that do the exact same thing, but when you look at the technology compared to other things that are like it's priced correct. And like it or not, that's how technology goes. Just because it has just because it has another brand on it is not going to make it wildly cheap than the other brands all of a sudden. They're not going to take that big of a hit for no.
I that's the reality, but I think it's like people complaining about this, it's not for you. The the market for like these devices is niche. And if you're complaining about the price for it, it's not for you. Like I've seen people be like, "Well, I could just get a Switch 2." Just go get a Switch 2.
Get a Switch too.
If that's your price bracket, just go get a Switch 2. Like as if that's some sort of threat. It's not for you. You're a Switch 2 person. That's okay. Get your Switch 2. Play your Switch 2 games in like 720. Play your 720 like, 20 FPS Switch 2 games. Go.
No
It's
need to
okay.
be messy. No need to
But
get personal. Jeez.
I'm just saying, like, this is not a device for those people. Like, people don't. It's like people are so stupid. They don't understand that things like a device with a screen that's an all-in-one is going to cost more than like they're like, well, I could just get a desktop. No shit, you could just get a desktop. and then get your monitor and your keyboard, whatever. No shit. Like I've seen people say, I could just get a desktop for that price. You could. Can you carry your desktop in your pocket? Look how dumb you sound. You know how dumb you sound being like, well, I could just get a desktop. No. Well, yeah, of course you could get a desktop. You can't carry it in your pocket, though. I could just get a laptop. Oh, of course you could get a laptop, but you couldn't carry a laptop in your pocket. Actually, I think a laptop is the worst deal of all. But you
in fairness, I don't think you'd be carrying this in your pocket either.
No, you wouldn't. But I mean, I have a jean jacket that
It is
fits
more
in my
portable.
pocket. But this would be more fittable, than a laptop.
For sure, you'd just be walking all lopsided down the street with this thing swinging beside you. But
No, I get what you're saying, but basically, this is a better form factor than a laptop. And I think,
Yeah.
and the person who said laptop, I was like, LOL, because let's not pretend that laptops don't have the same sort of markup.
Yeah.
Because they do. Like, the person was like, well, I can just get a laptop. Well, a laptop has the same sort of markup. Have you seen laptop prices? Like,
They're crazy.
a $1,500 laptop is basically the same as a $3,000 desktop.
Desktop. Yeah. Yeah.
Except worse.
Yeah, no, that's why it's worse, because it's like, no, I did it wrong. A
Yeah,
you did
$1,500
that
laptop is
backwards.
it's like basically an $800 desktop. And
Yeah.
it's wild because people act like, well, it's some sort of gotcha that they have this other device that can, like, yeah, I can just get a Nintendo Switch too. Like, okay. And be stuck to the Nintendo store.
Good luck.
yeah,
Good luck
Smaller
playing
pieces
Sims.
are more
Good
expensive.
luck playing your sexy games.
And don't be getting those second hand games, because then your the console becomes a brick. Good luck with that.
Yeah, it's like this idea that people are so upset about the price. Like, the people be complaining about this price, like, but how much is your cell phone?
Yeah, but I use my cell phone all the time, Cozy.
I honestly, as someone who uses their cell phone not all the time, these prices are palatable. I paid.
sorry.
Never mind. I didn't buy my cell phone. Someone paid for it. But if I paid for my cell phone, I would be upset.
See that I'm glad you mentioned cell phones, because that's part of the problem, right?
Mm.
These cell phones are way overpriced. But the
They're
fact
not. They have
that
tiny
you can
components.
no, they're way overpriced.
They're
They
not
cost
overpriced.
way they
They're
are way
valued at what
overpriced.
the market sells them
Yeah,
at.
the
Not
reason the
I
market will
understand.
sell them at that is because people will buy them through these plans where it's just an extra $40 a month, right? And that's what's led to this massive price creep and inflation on cell phones. It's insane what people spend on cell phones. It really is. Like, I use my cell phones 5 or 6 years minimum, and I'll use them until they just aren't usable anymore, because it's a ridiculous expense. But
I have an
when you
iPhone.
when you look at this thing, it's overpriced. Simple as that. Did I see that right? That's the 256 gigabyte model. That's $800. So you can bet the terabyte model will be $1,000. This $800 one will be 1,000 Canadian guaranteed, or more. Might even be 1,100.
I'm
But
going to
now
ask you a question.
stupid
A
dog is barking.
Very
I'll
important
be right
question.
back.
A very important question. Have you tried not being Canadian?
Well, the thing I was gonna bring up was, because you said $800. The thing I read,
Yeah, it
yeah,
was like
like right there, yeah, $8.99 and like pounds. That's over 1,000.
Oh, £8.99. You get pound at $8.99
Yeah.
times $899.
Oh, if that's yeah. So
So
if
over $1,000. Because
Oh,
I
yeah.
saw the $1,000 and you said 800. I was like,
Wait,
that's a lot
you
cheaper
get a
than what I
pound at
saw.
$899.
I thought I saw 800 at some point, but whatever.
I'm just saying,
Scroll
if
down a
you
little
get-
bit lower.
If they're so willing to give it to you after you get pounded 899 times, it's worth it.
Yeah.
What?
Go down a little bit lower. I thought I saw 800 somewhere.
Wait, lower when we're talking about getting pounded?
Yeah, I thought 800
Or
was
eight
at
and
the
a-
top.
Was
No,
it? Okay.
800 is at the top. Yeah.
Was it at the top? Okay. Either way,
Upward
I mean,
$100
if it's
at minimum. So The specific leak gave these prices, which is
Yeah.
the which
Okay,
is
that's what I
five,
saw.
which is 699 for the LIX and the
That's
thousand
the
dollars
Xbox
for
Ally.
the Xbox Ally, and then the Xbox Ally X is $1,000.
Yes. Yeah.
I
I
think
guess my
Dorian Rage
question
nailed
to
it.
you,
But
Mental, is like, and I'm not trying to like hype up this price or say that it's a good thing because I mean I don't like I don't want to spend that much. That's wild. But like, how do you feel about like knowing that it like it's that price, but a lot of the other products are like the same, right?
yeah, they're
Some
all
more.
overpriced. They're all overpriced. It's like everything these days. It's all overpriced, and we're all being taken advantage of on that front. There's like competition in the world has dwindled to a point where there isn't any real competition for the most part. No one's trying to take market share anymore from each other. It's like they're all walking around with their hands in each other's pockets being happy or something. I
Yeah,
don't know.
that's a fact.
But yeah, and it's, you see it in graphics cards, you see it in, the everything to do with PCs. Uh, it's sad. And until consumers just kind of say, "Yeah, no, you can keep that. I don't need it," then things might change, right?
Consumers are dumb though. We already
Well,
know
they
that.
are. They are. And the younger generations have been brought up thinking this is normal and don't ask questions, just buy products, right? I mean, that's really what it's come down to
No
now. And
question, just buy.
yeah,
Don't be a
people
broke.
go out. Yeah.
You
I
broke
mean,
me, darky.
yeah, look at you look at a top end graphics card now. It's like what in the US, like 2,000 bucks for the 5090, right? If you
That's
can find one
wild.
for that. Those things used to be top of the line. And here's the thing: the 5090 is not even the Nvidia's best silicon. It's a couple steps down from like their 100 GPU now, right? The 100 is always their, like, if you look at it, it would be like a B100 would be their best silicon, their biggest chip with the most CUDA cores, etc. That's all AI stuff now. That goes into AI. These are
Mm.
smaller chips. So you're not even getting the top of the line anymore. Back in the day, like if you can think back this far, if you're as old as me,
Back when dinosaurs roamed the earth, you guys, for reference.
yeah,
Yeah.
the GTX 580 was their max silicon. It was the 100 chip with a few CUDA cores disabled, right? So you were getting top of the line, and it was 500 bucks US, right? That was their best silicon they could produce. And yeah, things have increased in price. There's been inflation, blah, blah, blah. At most, probably that same top of the line chip should be somewhere in the $800 to $900 range, not 2,000. But they can charge 2,000 because people have been conditioned to accept it.
And the wild
And
thing is, I see all these people that are like, "Oh yeah, da, da, da." I'm like, you don't fucking need that. You
yeah, and
don't even fucking experience it. Why are
all
you
this
even here?
all this brokey talk and all that, that's just sheer stupidity. That's all that is. Like
Like
bragging about wasting your money.
I'm a
I'm sorry.
6800 XT,
Yeah,
and you could
and that's a
not
great
tell
card.
me, that I need to spend more. Like people will be like, I've literally, because I spend a lot of time on computer spaces. People literally act like, "Oh, you're just a brokey," and I'm like, "No." And I will tell people who are like, "Well, do I need more?" I'm like, "What are you trying to do?" That's why I love, like, I hang out in, like, I'm not low end, but I hang out in low end communities, because low end communities will be like, let's see how low we can get with this. And
Sure.
there's an art to like how low you can get, because a lot of the other communities, they're not looking out for you. They're not checking your wad. They're telling you you need more to be more. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
low end communities, they'll tell you you need less to experience more. And
Yeah,
there's a
and
beauty in that.
yeah, kind of went off topic a little bit, but I mean, am I
It's still,
surprised at this price? Not at all. I'm not at
still
all
kind of.
surprised. Based on current market and the way people spend money now and nobody cares, I'm not surprised. People will rush out, and there will be people that will rush out and buy this. Just like they've inflated the price on the Switch too. Everything's been inflated. I mean, for crying out loud, we got 5-year-old consoles that list at higher prices than they did brand new and back in 2020, when all the components inside of them have come down in price.
Uh,
So,
Dorian
this is
Gray,
where we're at now.
you're wrong, Dorian. It's actually the tears of Congolese children.
Oh my god.
Jeez.
All right.
Yeah,
Let's
but
end
anyway,
on
What? Am I
some
wrong? Are they not like destabilizing the Congo so they can get coltan for super cheap?
Matt, thoughts on the 800 to $1,000 console? Would you buy it? Are you interested?
I don't need to buy that
yeah,
because they're bringing the OS to the ROG Ally plus all the other stuff, and the Z2 Extreme is obviously an upgrade, but is it an upgrade worth that much money?
no,
No.
no.
So I don't need to buy that. Um, I'm probably not gonna buy. Like, if I get something for that amount of money, it would be a new GPU. It
Mm.
wouldn't be a. It wouldn't be
Exactly.
another handheld. So,
Exactly.
um, yeah. If somebody wants to buy it, like, I mean, to Mental's point, at this point, everything's over. Everything costs too much at this point.
Yeah.
So like, but I'm not gonna tell someone, hey, like, if you want to buy that, fucking go right ahead. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy it. You might as well, honestly, have some enjoyment. But yeah, I'm good. I was thinking about getting one for a while, but once they said that the OS is coming to all the handhelds, it's like, well, that's the thing I really want. That's the convenient thing I want. So if it's coming for free, then I don't need to. I'm in no rush to get one.
I encourage everyone, just wait for the refurbished ones to come out, and you'll save 20% or more, and you'll get the same thing. If that's what you really want. I mean, that's what I did with PS5 Pro. Got a refurbished one, saved a ton of money, works perfectly, no
Piece of
problem.
cake.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I'm frustrated with the tech industry and how expensive things have become. It's
Yeah, I want a
not that I
handheld.
can't go out and buy it, but
Hmm.
why would I want to is more a better question.
If it's a
Can't
bad
justify
deal,
it.
why would you do it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
can't justify it anymore. So
yeah.
anyway, oh, and
Going
I
forward,
didn't actually say, but you may have guessed, I'm not buying one.
yeah.
Oh, look at you. Can you say sorry for not buying one?
Sorry, not sorry.
He said sorry. He said it. You guys heard
Oh
from
my
different
goodness.
sources. He's sorry.
Matt,
Sorry, not sorry.
Matt,
Yeah.
are you getting one?
Am I getting one?
Or
No.
yeah, no?
I just said I'm not getting one.
Hand me
I'd
down.
like to get one, but I just don't. I mean, I just can't justify spending that much without it being super like transformative. Like, I really get one just because I like the whole idea of the OS and everything working in tandem. And my Steam Deck that I have right now is not super duper capable, but like I'm kind of in a similar camp as Matt, where it's like I just bought my motherboard and stuff like that. Got a new CPU. I need to I need to get a new graphics card, and that's just and right now I'm waiting to see if Nvidia drops the Super or TI line for the 5080. I'm assuming it'll probably be like 58 Super.
If you were good, you wouldn't have that problem.
I don't know what that means, Cozy, but okay.
So yeah, I wouldn't even buy a 5080. I would just go with the AMD card. The 9070 is a way better deal. Assuming the stock comes back in and the prices settle back closer to MSRP. You're
Like I
getting
said,
essentially the
like,
same
like
performance.
I said, I'm waiting for the Super to come out for the 5080 because I want to have a good amount of RAM, and I want more than 16.
Okay.
And 24 to me is like the sweet spot. And I'd also like to be able to.
Well,
I'd like to be
the
able to stick
gap
to DLSS if I can.
yeah, the gap between the 5080 and the 5090 is insane. So odds are they will come up with something that's closer. The heck is that at my door?
That's exactly what
pull
I'm
out your
waiting
gun.
for.
Time to shoot.
3,000.
He's leaving.
3,000, or I guess I went to Micro Center not that long ago, and they were like 2,500 for a 5090. I just thought was, I mean, it's better than $3,000, but it's still not good enough. And I know right now, prices are dropping slowly, but they are. And I'm just kind of interested to see if, because if they then open another line for graphics card as things are sliding down, I'd assume it'd be at a much more decent price for a 5080 Super than it would still for a 59.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong there. Though if they do what they did with the 4080 Super and they supplant the 4080 and they maybe even make the price more attractive, could be the way to go.
Yeah, well, looks like Xbox isn't going to be selling many ROG allies to the TSWS crew.
I'll buy it. Maybe.
Cozy,
Probably not, but maybe.
settle down.
I'd like
Settle
to,
No,
but
no.
like I'd have to wait for a sell.
The thing
for
is,
that thing to go down
I
in
am a
price.
handheld person before handhelds were cool. Like handhelds are cool, like now. But I was like, my favorite console of all time, PSP. So yeah, I'd buy this.
My
for
daughter
thousands.
loves her Game Boy Advanced.
Facts, your daughter has good taste. She's better than
Yeah.
you.
Probably.
It's okay. That's probably good. That's good that your children are better than you.
Yeah.
Yeah, PSP, favorite console. So like, you're talking to someone who, yes, I could be sold on this. I'm not unsold because the ROG Ally already is it, because I'm a PC gamer who graduated from Mac, so I don't like to fiddle. So
Right.
ROG Ally is already up my alley. What?
$1,000?
I was like a Mac person for a long time.
Okay. So you're okay spending high amounts of money. Like, got it.
No. Macs are expensive for a different reason, but a PC that had like the functionality of a PC but is a handheld version is absolutely up my alley. All the things
All
I
right.
couldn't do on another device. You wouldn't understand that because you don't know how to use a computer.
Yes.
You're pretty much Cro-Magnon man. You just like push things and hope it
Yeah,
works.
yeah. My maid is the one that actually sets up the whole board
Oh my goodness, he has a maid.
and then
You
calls me
guys,
to
we have to
just sit
eat him
here.
when we eat the rich.
You can try, but you have to get through my security first. Anyways,
I'm gonna pull out
Yeah,
the
those
blicky.
Texas boys, they've got the money for maids
He doesn't
and
have the good
lots
blicky
of
though.
weapons.
I got a better blicky because he probably is like, let
it's
me
the
pull out my
oil.
high caliber weapons. I'ma shoot.
It's all the
I'm gonna
oil.
use my pew pew 22.
Uh-huh. It's all the oil.
You're not gonna
Anyways,
like my pew pew 22.
before we hop off of today's show, thank you to everyone in the chat. We really, really appreciate you guys sticking with us throughout these 2 hours and 38 minutes.
Yes.
And make sure to like the video, subscribe if you're not, and
We
make
love
sure
y'all.
to continue to support TSWS. We really
Don't
do
continue to
appreciate
support
you guys.
Loke because Loke is a Texan.
Matt, please plug your channel, tell people where they can find you, etc., etc.
You can find me on YouTube, videos every week under Matt Likes Games. Podcast every week, Sundays at 8 p.m. Eastern, is the L3R3 podcast with myself, Hard Days Mike, and it's me, Twan. Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern is a two-player podcast, myself and Ham Solo. And Fridays, you can find me here 4 p.m. Eastern for this show with these folks. And that is it. That's where you
I
find me.
finished the funfetti cake. It's gone. It's 100%
Fantastic.
gone. This ice
Well
cream
done,
cake is
Kevin.
empty. I
Well
have
done.
completed probably like 2,000.
Yeah, round of applause.
Because she ate cake.
The entire thing.
Cozy, Cozy, plug your
Yeah, not
channel.
just cake, the entire
You
cake.
can find me making risque videos with Loke's mom. And
Hey,
you can
oh,
also
every Friday. Every
every
Friday.
Friday.
Good Lord.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're tastefully done. They're risque but
So
tastefully. So,
plug
um,
your channel. Tell people they can find you.
right now you can find me here, and you can find me then getting wasted with Wise. But
Okay.
I am working on getting my videos of Does It Bacon uploaded to my channel that I will have, and I'll disclose that channel because apparently, like everyone's like, oh no, you have to have a different channel for the different things you do, even though you just want one channel because it's much less work.
Yeah. It's a lot less work. Logging in and logging out. No thanks.
Log
Mental.
nuts in your mouth.
Both of them. Mental. Plug your channel. Tell
He
people they
wants
can
both of
find
my.
you.
You heard it from straight from the source. Straight from the source. He wants both of
Oh
these
my
nuts in
God.
his mouth.
Both of them.
Mental, please save
Both
me.
bitches.
Yeah, you can find me at Mental9R on Xbox, PlayStation, Steam, and X, at Caffeine Entertainment on YouTube. If you're interested in looking for a inexpensive controller for your PC that also works with the Switch and any Bluetooth-like devices like the Steam Deck or any of your handhelds, this thing here is quite good.
What is
And
it?
I've got a
Tell us.
review. It's an Easy SMX X10 controller. Surprised me very much so, and it shows you that we are being ripped off big time when it comes to controllers for PlayStation and Xbox.
I mean, we
This thing
already knew
has,
that because of Game Sir.
yeah, this thing has Hall effect thumbsticks, Hall effect triggers. Feels great, and yeah, check it out.
All right. All right. Ham, take us out.
Yep. Thanks everybody for joining. Hopefully you had a good time. Make sure you guys hit that like button if you haven't already. Share this thing out so people can watch it afterwards, even when we're not live. And also hit that bell icon to know when it go live. We will be back with you next week with more content, more stuff to talk about, more takes to have. But other than that, thanks everybody for showing up. As you know, Boy Ham Solo signing out for TSWS, letting you know as usual to keep it gaming or keep it moving. Thanks, Lo.
They said we said, they said we said, they said we said.